Welcome to this English speaking masterclass. Today you're going to practice speaking in English for 3 hours. This is an interactive class and you're going to practice speaking with me in real time. I'm going to ask you questions and you're going to open your mouth and answer. And you're going to improve your fluency along the way because I'm going to provide bonus vocabulary and grammar. Welcome back to JForrest English. Of course, I'm Jennifer. Now let's get started.
So here is your exercise. I want you to look at this picture, take the keyword yesterday. Now, to form a sentence in English, you always have to ask yourself, what's my subject? What's my verb? And what verb tense do I need? And how is that verb tense conjugated with the subject? Before you go on and you add more information to your sentence, that is the basic information that you need to form a grammatically correct sentence in English. And I see all my students make mistakes with this very simple but very important concept. My beginner students, intermediate students, and my most advanced students. And notice the red box on the screen that says answer out loud. You need to open your mouth and answer because saying it in your head, thinking it in your head is a very different experience from opening your mouth, having the sounds come out, practicing your pronunciation, and practicing your speaking as well. So, what do we need here? We have a subject. The subject could be the woman. You could describe her as well. It could even be the cat could be the subject. We have one cat, he, she, or it, because we often use the subject it for animals. But you could also reference them as both cats, which would be the subject they, or you can look at all of them. The woman and the two cats would also be they because there's more than one. So we need a subject and then you need a verb. And you need to take your time reference yesterday and think about what verb tense you need. Okay, so one has an example here. I took a picture with the kittens. Exactly. Now you can just add on the time reference. So yesterday is flexible. You could say, yesterday I took a picture with the kittens, or I took a picture with the kittens yesterday. You could put it at the beginning or the end. Now notice here we have the word kittens, but do you notice anything about how I pronounce this? Kittens, kittens. In American English, when we have a T or two T's between vowels, we pronounce the T's as a very soft D. Kittens, kittens. Now, you are not required to do this. You can absolutely say kittens, kittens, but just know that a native American speaker will not do that. So get comfortable with understanding this style of speech. So repeat after me, kittens, 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 kittens. Excellent. Let's see what else we have here. Mylene said, hello, Mylene. Yesterday, I went visit my friend and her lovely cat. Exactly. I love this. And I love how you added lovely, an adjective to describe the cat. This is a great way to sound more advanced, to expand on a simple idea, is to add an adjective. Lovely. What else could we say for the kittens, for the cats, kittens, whatever you want to say? What other adjectives could you use? Think of one and put it in the comments as well. Maybe adorable cat could be one of them as well. Now, there is an issue with your verb. So you have to ask yourself, what's my verb? And in this case, your verb is to visit. And then you put that in the past simple, visited. Yesterday, I visited my friend and her lovely cat. You don't need went visit, but you did correctly conjugate the verb to go in the past simple, which would be went. Great job. Glenda said, yesterday she was in bed all day with her cats. Exactly. Very nice. She was in bed. So the verb is to be conjugated with she. She was in bed all day. I like how you added an additional time reference. All day with her cats. And not required, but if you wanted to, Glendis and everyone else, you can add an adjective in front of cats with her adorable cats, her playful cats. Okay, Elson said yesterday she rubbed her cats all day long because she had missed them too much. Very nice. Now imagine I'm holding a cat and I'm doing this. What is this? What is the action? It's not rub. So this is more of a rub, and you can rub someone's back, for example, or you can rub your arm if it's sore. Generally, we rub our arm or a part of our body if it's sore or for relaxation purposes, but we have a specific word for this. And my smart students know this one. Mylene, petting, exactly. And, oh, sorry, wrong one. Manfi, petting, exactly. Luis, to pet, exactly. So she pet because the verb is to pet, and then the past simple is pet. But you could put it in the past continuous. Yesterday, she was petting her cats all day. Or yesterday she pet, that's the past simple. Yesterday she pet her pet. And Freddie is exactly right. Oh, where did you go, Freddie? Freddie is exactly right. I love this, Freddie. Awesome job. You pet your pets because these two cats are pets. The animals you own are called pets, but the verb is to pet. So you pet your pets. Excellent job, Freddie. Really nicely done. Wonderful job, everyone. So, are you enjoying this lesson? Do you like this style of lesson where we practice together? We practice live. I give you feedback. And if you're watching the replay, please let me know as well. If you like this lesson, put yes, yes, yes. So I know you want me to keep making all of these lessons. Put yes, yes, yes. And if you like me helping you and commenting and correcting you, put yes, yes, yes in the comments. And of course, make sure you like this lesson and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, now, how about this one? But notice we have a completely different keyword. Repeat after me because I know R sound can be very difficult for some students. So repeat after me. Rarely. Rarely. So at the end, lee, and then rarely, airly. So air, lee, but then you add an extra on in front of air. Rarely. Repeat after me. Rarely. So what does rarely mean? And what is this a keyword for? Because when you see a time reference, the time reference tells you what verb tense you need. The time reference gives you a lot of information. So, what does this mean? If you know, put it in the comments. And what verb tense do you need with this keyword? If you know, put it in the comments.
Are you enjoying this lesson? If you are, then I want to tell you about the Finally Fluent Academy. This is my premium training program where we study native English speakers from TV, movies, YouTube, and the news so you can improve your listening skills of fast English, expand your vocabulary with natural expressions, and learn advanced grammar easily. Plus, you'll have me as your personal coach. You can look in the description for the link to learn more, or you can go to my website and click on Finally Fluent Academy. Now let's continue with our lesson.
Jonathan said, I rarely read a book. Yes, very nicely done, Jonathan. I rarely read. So what verb tense is this? Read, read. It's the present simple because it's not conjugated. But remember, in the present simple, if you have she, which we have in this picture, and that's why I chose one singular person in this picture. Now, interestingly, you could also use the store because where is she? She's in a store. The store could be your subject, but the store would also be conjugated in the third person singular he, she, it. And as Louis said, present simple for routines. Exactly. This is a routine. The things you commonly do and also the things that you rarely do, which would be the opposite of commonly. So Matthew said, I rarely have coffee. Exactly. So maybe you have coffee once a week, twice a month. There is no set definition for how frequently an action takes place with rarely, but it's just not a regular part of your daily routine. But let's look at the image because I want you to specifically practice with the subject she, this woman, or even the store. And why do I want you to practice with those subjects? The third person singular, because this is the most common mistake I see all my students make, even my most advanced students. She rarely, this is the mistake. And I am so glad you made this mistake. And this is the thing when you make mistakes, it's nothing to be upset about. It's actually a great thing because you learn. If you make a mistake, it's an opportunity to learn, to correct yourself, and to improve. So, this is a mistake. Mylene, this is also a mistake. This is why I wanted to practice with this. But Rosa has it. She rarely buys sugar. Exactly. She rarely buys sugar. So, what was the mistake before? You need to add the S, or for spelling, sometimes you need ES, depending on spelling, S or ES for he, she, it. She rarely buys sugar. Very nice. Okay. Blandine. Very nice sentence. Maybe this woman has just found a product that is rarely available in that shop. Really nice sentence. An excellent job using your keyword rarely. Now, if you wanted to form this in a simple sentence, this is a very complex advanced sentence. Congratulations. This is awesome. If you want to form a simple sentence, you always ask yourself subject, verb, object. What's my subject? What's my verb? Does my verb match the subject? What's my verb tense? Okay. So we could be this product, could be our subject. This product is, because our verb to be conjugated with he, she, it. This product is it. It is rarely available in this shop. So that would be a simple sentence, but excellent job making a very complex sentence. Natalie says she buys product online rarely. Okay, excellent job conjugating your verb because you added that S. For our placement, an adverb of frequency, for the placement, we want subject, adverb of frequency, verb. She rarely buys products online. And you want to add an S to product because you're not talking about a specific product, you're talking about any product. So you want to have that S to talk about it as a group, the noun as a whole. Okay, excellent job, everyone. How about this one? And notice we have a different time reference. We have right now. And there are many different subjects you could choose from. You could talk about all of these people as a group, as the team, which would be a collective noun, the group, it, the team, it. Of course, you could say they. You could focus on certain people, the woman standing with her arms crossed, the woman sitting with glasses, for example, the man standing with glasses. So you can get creative with your subjects. All right, what could we say? And we have right now. What verb tense do we need with the keyword right now? Right now. One tried a sentence. Let's see. They are working right now on a project. Excellent. So, what verb tense is this? Put it in the comments. Even if you're watching the replay, I still want you to participate. And it's so important to participate because simply by writing this down, you will remember it more. You're practicing it by saying it out loud, by repeating after me. You're practicing. It's taking your studying and turning it into active practice. The more active practice you get, the better. So, what verb tense is this? The present continuous. Excellent job. Okay. Saida said, the team, excellent job. The team, a collective noun, is working. So our verb is to work, is working on an amazing and new project right now. Excellent job. So I didn't correct this with the last comment, but the placement of right now, you would want at the very beginning or at the very end. And notice here, amazing, that's our adjective, but because it starts with a vowel sound, amazing, you want your article to have an an. And this is just for pronunciation because it's easier to say an amazing instead of amazing. If I say amazing, I take a pause. If I say an amazing, I can combine the sounds together. So if you were ever curious why you need to add that N, it's simply for pronunciation. So repeat after me, an amazing. An amazing. Awesome job. And notice how those sounds combine together. Okay. Dillsol said, I and my friends are watching the movie Inside Out 2 from my computer right now. Look at that. Excellent job pretending what this group of friends and including yourself as well. Now, Dillsol, there's one thing you need to do when you use the subject I and other people in English. Does anyone know what we need to do to correct this sentence? And I'm also asking you these questions because being able to look at something and self correct, to analyze it and think about where the mistake is such a powerful way to learn and to improve and to permanently remember this information. So even if you're watching live, I encourage you to watch this again on the replay and then you can pause and think about all of this information as well. Okay, so what you need to do is you always start with the other people and then you put the subject I last. So in this case, it would be my friends and I are watching. Now, let's say it was John, Bill. Well, I'll use actual students, Ashen, Ava, and Juan. You would say Ashen, Avin, Juan, and I. It doesn't matter how many people, and I is always last. Exactly as Horatio said, and other students said as well. So, really nicely done. All right. Awesome job, everyone. Now, whoa, how about this one? I like this image. Mysterious, isn't it? So look at this man. Look at the emotion. What else do you see in this image? And most importantly, think of the time reference here. 3 hours. What verb tense do we need? So for the subject, most likely you would use this man, You could be creative and think of another subject. The weather could be the subject, for example. But it seems like this man is the star of this photo. So this man, for 3 hours. So we'll keep for 3 hours at the very end of the sentence and ask yourself, what verb tense do I need? And then also remember, you have to conjugate your verb tense as well. Okay. Juan said he has been waiting for his girlfriend for about 3 hours. Excellent job adding for about. Adding the word about before a time reference means approximately. Could be 2 hours, 50 minutes. It could be 3 hours, 10 minutes. Approximately. For about 3 hours. You could also say for around 3 hours. For approximately would be the most formal way. For approximately 3 hours. Very nice. And what's the verb tense? The present perfect continuous. Now, the other verb tenses are possible. Other perfect verb tenses are possible. But the easiest one in most situations is the present perfect continuous. He has been waiting. Excellent job, because you need to take your verb have and conjugate it with the subject. Okay. Saida said he has been waiting for her for 3 hours to explain his emotions to her. Exactly. It looks like he definitely has something on his mind for sure. Okay. I like this one, Dong. He has been pondering. When you ponder something, it's when you think about something, but you think about it quite focused, quite seriously. So to ponder, it sounds stronger than think. When you think deeply, he has been pondering. I love that word. Everyone repeat after me. Ponder, ponder. And then add the ing, pondering, pondering. He has been pondering at the beach for 3 hours. Very nice. I like this one, Alejandro. He has been observing the river for 3 hours. Exactly. So to observe, he has been observing. Very nice. And everyone is conjugating your verb correctly. He has been. Excellent. I've seen everyone get it right so far. Really nicely done. Okay. Excellent job, everyone. And this is a sign of fluency, being able to instantly think of what verb tense you need and to change the verb tense based on information like the time reference. So, really nicely done. How about this? Not yet. Not yet. But you'll have to change this information to match. So, not is letting you know that it's negative, but that's not necessarily the word you need. It depends on the sentence you form. So, you have to take that information and change it based on the sentence. But this is what you have. So, we want a negative, not, and we want the keyword yet. Is this a more advanced one, perhaps? Let's see what examples you have. We have one woman. You can tell by the emotion on her face. And then we also have a computer. We could be creative about other subjects as well. Ava is right on it. That was very fast, Ava. She hasn't done her homework yet. Very nicely done. So notice hasn't, has not, and then as a contraction, hasn't. And then the subject is she. So that's why you need has in the negative. She has done her homework. That's the positive. She has done her homework. She hasn't done her homework yet. Now, adding yet just lets you know that there's still possibility to do the homework. The time reference is still open. So it's possible for her to do her homework. She hasn't done her homework yet. Very nice. Excellent job. Jareg said, "We are not done listening to you yet." Exactly. We're not done listening to you yet. I'm happy to hear that. Manfi said, "I have not clicked the like button yet. But I definitely will. Well, don't wait. Just click it right now so you don't forget. But this is an excellent one. I haven't. So you can take have not and form the contraction. Have not, haven't. I haven't clicked the like button yet, but I definitely will. And you can because it's an ongoing time reference. Very nice. Freddie said she hasn't gotten the email she expects for yet. Yeah, she hasn't gotten the email she's expecting. She is expecting. She hasn't gotten the email she's expecting yet. Very nicely done. Okay. Or Lofty said she hasn't, has not, as a contraction. Repeat after me. Hasn't. She hasn't received his answer yet. Exactly. And she's refresh, hoping to receive his answer. And maybe it was the man we saw before. Maybe she's waiting, but he's pondering how to answer and she's waiting. Oh, very clever. Okay, how about this one? Our time reference is tomorrow. Tomorrow is, of course, in the future. So we can look at this image. We can think about this man as the subject. You can be creative and think of other subjects as well. Look at the activity that might be taking place. And let's practice a sentence with the word tomorrow. Tomorrow. What could this be? Tomorrow, they'll be done with that. Very nicely done, Jonathan. Seeing this as a completed action in the future. They will, as a contraction, everyone repeat after me. They'll be done. They'll be done with that. They'll be done with that tomorrow. Excellent job. Really nicely done. Juan said, the man will paint the wall tomorrow. Exactly. The man will paint the wall tomorrow. Very nice. Jarek said, tomorrow I'll watch one of your videos to expand my vocabulary. Woohoo! I'm so happy to hear that. Okay. Very nicely done, everyone. Chrisandy said he will finish painting the building tomorrow. Exactly. Very nice. Horatio said he must hurry because tomorrow is the deadline. Really nicely done. I like this. Tomorrow is the deadline. And I like he must hurry. And then providing the reason why. Well, why? And then you can use the word because. He must hurry. Must is a very strong word. There's an obligation. He must hurry because tomorrow is the deadline. Exactly. Ezat said, tomorrow I'll be done the work with him. Very nice. Tomorrow I will be done the work. Very nice. Maybe tomorrow the work will be done, or tomorrow we will finish the work. So the work will be done. We will finish the work. Okay. Very nicely done, everyone. And Manuel said, on account of tomorrow is a bank holiday, I take advantage for painting my walls. So on account of, and then you need something. On account of the bank holiday, I take advantage of something. But good job getting your gerund of painting my walls. Of painting my walls. Very nice. Excellent job, everyone.
As you just saw, to speak fluently and confidently, you need to know different verb tenses, different sentence structures. So let's quiz you to see what your level is. And throughout this quiz, you'll practice and improve your fluency at the same time. Let's get started with question 1. To text Sue. It's her birthday today. The correct answer is C. Don't forget to text Sue. It's her birthday today. The key word in this question is to, which is the infinitive to text. Now, there's only one possible option in the choices below where you can have the infinitive, and that's C. Don't forget to text. Now, if this question didn't have to and it was just the base verb, well, then A, B, and D would be correct and C would be incorrect. Question 2. Mary went jogging today of the rain. The correct answer is B, in spite of the rain. And that's your key word here, of. In spite of and despite have the same meaning, but you don't say despite of. You just say despite. If you want to learn more about this, I have a full lesson explaining this. I'll leave the link in the description below. Question 3. I think I'm allergic to your cat. I can't stop. The correct answer is B, sneezing. Now this is a tricky one because you can have grammatically stop plus infinitive, stop to sneeze, and you can have stop plus gerund, stop sneezing. But the meaning is different. When we're talking about no longer doing an action, we use stop plus gerund. And based on the context of the question, we're talking about no longer doing an action, so we need the gerund. If you want to learn more about this, I'll leave a link in the description below. Question 4. If you don't know the meaning of a word, you can in a dictionary. And the answer is C. You can look it up in the dictionary. Now this one is a vocabulary question because you need to understand what these expressions mean. To look something up is another way to say to search for or to find that specific information. Now we use this all the time because every time you Google, you're looking up information. So I use this expression literally every single day. Hey, what time does the restaurant close? Can you look it up? I don't know. Can you look it up? Oh, we need to look it up. We should look that up. You'll use this every single day. Question 5. My doctor, me, I should exercise more. And the answer is A. My doctor told me I should exercise more. Now this is one that students confuse a lot. I hear students say told to me, I told to her. No, that doesn't work grammatically. We don't want to someone. Get rid of that to. I told her, I told you, she told me. So that's what we need. And also I hear students say me. She said me to exercise more. No, we don't want me after said. She said I should exercise more. We want a clause after said. If you want to learn more about this, I have a full video explaining it. You can find the link in the description below. Question 6. my boss, me, to her dinner party? And the answer is B. My boss invited me to her dinner party. Now this one is both a vocabulary question because the only logical choice is invite, but it's also because of sentence structure. We could change the sentence structure and make it work. For example, my boss suggested that I come to her dinner party. We could say that, but I'd have to completely change the sentence structure. So all the options could work if we change the sentence structure. The only logical choice with the sentence structure is B. My boss invited me, because you invite someone to something. My boss invited me to the movies, to her house, to the restaurant, a specific location. Now, if you want to learn more about suggested, because a lot of students say suggested me, which isn't correct, I'll leave a link to a video on that topic in the description below. Question 7. Sorry, I didn't quite what you said. And the answer is A. Sorry, I didn't quite catch what you said. This is an expression. To catch something in this context is the exact same as hear. I didn't hear what you said. But notice option D is in the past form, and that doesn't work grammatically. So it has the same meaning, but it's the wrong verb tense. So A, catch, is exactly the same. Now this is an expression you can use all the time, especially since you probably struggle to understand native speakers. So if somebody says something to you and you don't quite catch it, you can say, sorry, I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that. I didn't quite catch that. Quite is just a word we add to mean a little bit. I didn't quite catch that. So add that to your vocabulary. You'll use it all the time. Question 8. I don't sleep in now, but I sleep in until noon on weekends. And the answer is B. I used to. I used to sleep in on weekends. Now notice all the options are slightly different sentence structures, and they're all grammatically correct if you use the correct meaning. But for here, we're talking about an action that used to take place in the past. So an action you routinely did in the past, but you no longer do now. And for that, we need use with a D. You don't hear it in pronunciation, but it's there in spelling. I used to work at the bank, but now I work at the mall. So a routine action in the past, but you no longer do it now. Students confuse this sentence structure all the time. I have a detailed lesson on this. You'll find the link in the description below. Question 9. I don't need help, but thanks. And the answer is, but thanks for offering. Thanks for offering. Thanks for offering. This is one that I hear a lot of mistakes with as well. Now notice here, I have thanks for. After for, because for is a preposition, you must use the gerund verb, for offering. Thanks for, and then you can use a gerund verb, or you can use a noun. Thanks for your help. Thanks for the offer, your offer. Thanks for offering. And your final question, number 10. The film sounded interesting, but it, to be really boring. And the answer is D. It turned out to be really boring. This is a vocabulary question because you need to understand what these expressions mean. We use to turn out when we're talking about the end result of something. So let's say you're trying a new recipe and it's for chocolate chip cookies. You've never made this recipe before. Your friend could say, how did the recipe turn out? How did the cookies turn out? Your friend is asking about the end result. Basically, your friend is asking, were they good? Were they bad? How did the recipe turn out? And you could reply, oh, it was awesome. They were delicious. The best chocolate chip cookies I've ever had. And in this context, they're talking about the movie's end result. How did the movie turn out? It was really boring. It turned out to be really boring. Amazing job. Now let's get back to speaking.
We're going to practice the structure. I was X when Y. Can anyone think of what sentence structure this is? What verb tense do you need? How would you complete this sentence? So we can look at this image. We see a group of people and an adorable dog. Now we can say, I was, so we can focus on one person in this group. I was X when Y. So what could we say to complete this sentence, and what sentence structure are we practicing today? So while everyone thinks about it, I will help you out. Maybe you could say, I was talking to my friend when an adorable dog appeared out of nowhere. So maybe that could be your example sentence. So let me show you this. I was talking to my friend when an adorable dog appeared out of nowhere. So if a dog appeared out of nowhere, it means you have no idea where this dog came from. So all of a sudden, a dog was there. And notice the beginning part. I was talking. What verb tense is this? I'm sure my smart students know. I see an example sentence here, and I see the correct verb tense. So Ellison said we can use simple past and past continuous. Exactly. So notice, I was talking. That's the past continuous when an adorable dog. So an adorable dog, that's the subject. Adorable is an adjective. Dog is the subject. Appeared. That's the past simple. So that's the sentence structure we'll be practicing. But remember, you need to conjugate your verb to be. I was. You have to conjugate that with the subject. So we'll also be practicing different subjects as well. Okay. So here we have an example. I was listening when they were talking to me. Exactly. So in this case, we have two past continuous verb tenses. I was listening when they were talking to me. So the past continuous stresses that the action was in place at a specific point in the past. So you can use this structure, but let's practice with the past continuous and the past simple. Here we go. Anok said, I was meeting my friends. So here is a group of friends. I was meeting my friends when a strange woman asked to be along with us. Exactly. Maybe I would say when a strange woman asked, I would say asked to join us, asked to join us. I'm writing this in the comments, or asked to come along with us. You could say that. So asked to join us, asked to come along with us. So notice our verb in the past simple is asked. Notice that pronunciation, asked. It ends in a very soft T. Everyone repeat after me, asked, asked. Asked to join us. But when you connect it with another word, you won't hear that T very much. It will be very soft. So I'll say this first part, asked to join us. Repeat after me, asked to join us. Okay, excellent job. All right. So that's what we'll be practicing today. And I am excited for all of your creative answers. Have fun with this. You don't have to be serious. Use your creativity and think of funny, interesting, strange. Any answers are welcome. And I want you to practice answering out loud. So open your mouth and say the words because that will help you practice your speaking skills. And of course, you can write it in the comments as well. So I have a chance to review it and give you feedback. So, how about, well, we already practiced this one, but let's practice now with the subject they. Because before we focused on one person in this group. Now let's focus on all people. So we'll use the subject they. And I'm doing this specifically because you need to conjugate your verb to be with the subject. So make sure you do that as well. Okay, so let's see an example with they. And what verb tense do we need? They, the verb to be in the past, conjugated with the subject. Let's see. Okay, yes, exactly. So Sergi has it. They were, they were, they were, they were. Exactly. Farshad has it as well. Excellent. Hello, Stella from Brazil. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so let's see. They were what? They were, Okay, so they're catching up with each other when they've got together. Now, notice here you used there. That is a contraction of they are there. But we want the past continuous. So we need to take this sentence and turn it into the past continuous. They were catching up with each other when they got together because got is the past simple of the verb get. And when you catch up with someone like your friends, it means you share what's new, you share information, news about yourself or your life since you last saw that person. So it's an excellent expression. Really nice job. Okay, here, Ava said they were talking. Exactly. They were talking when the dog barked. Exactly. Very nice. So we have the past continuous. They were talking when the dog barked. And notice that pronunciation of barked. So it ends on a soft T. Barked. Repeat after me. Barked. And of course, that's the noise that a dog makes. Ruff, ruff, ruff. That's a bark. A cat meows, a dog barks. Now, because this is the end of the sentence, I'll pronounce that T more, barked. But in a natural sentence, if barked was in the middle of a sentence, it would be a very soft T. Okay. Ellison said they were gossiping about her when she went to the supermarket to buy snacks. This is funny. I like it. Well, maybe a little mean as well, but don't worry. I like the comment because when you gossip about someone, does anyone know what that means? An excellent sentence structure because you gossip about someone. That's the preposition you need. Just like you talk about someone, you gossip about someone. When you gossip about someone, it means that you share personal information about that person or you say negative things about that person when that person isn't there. So they don't know that you're talking about them. They were gossiping about her when she went to the supermarket to buy snacks. Excellent job. Okay. They were going to surf when the storm started. Yeah, very nice. They were going to surf when the storm started. Very nicely done. They were eating when he found something around them. Very nice. They were eating, and then you change the subject to just one person. When he found, found, of course, is the past simple of the verb find. They were eating when he found something around them. So he located some object that they weren't expecting to see. Very nice, everyone. Really nice sentences. And remember, I hope you're practicing out loud as well. All right. So if you are enjoying this lesson, well, then put like this lesson, subscribe if you haven't already, and then put yes, 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 put yes, yes, yes in the chat. So I know you like this style of lesson. I know you're excited to be here because I'm very excited to be here doing this lesson with you. All right, attitude. Hello. Hello to you. It's very nice having you on. Anoke likes this lesson and says, yes, yes, yes. Farshad says, yes. Awesome. And if you are watching the replay, so you're not watching this live with us, please still participate. Put yes, yes, yes in the comments. Share your example sentences in the comments. Repeat out loud when I say repeat out loud, because this can still be very interactive, even if you're watching the replay. Awesome. Horatio says, yes, yes, yes. Sergi as well. Woohoo. I am very happy that everyone enjoys these lessons. Stella as well. Awesome. Thank you, everyone. How about this one? So, the audience. We can practice the audience as our subject. So, we have a man presenting, and he's presenting to an audience. Now, think about what verb conjugation you need with the subject. So, you want to always ask yourself, what's my subject? What's my verb? How do I conjugate the verb with the subject? And you also want to ask yourself, well, what's the time reference? In this case, you know we're practicing the past continuous with the past simple. But you always want to look for clues. What's the time reference? What's my subject? What verb tense do I need? So here, the audience. How would we conjugate this with the verb to be? And we need an example sentence that uses the past continuous with the past simple. All right, so let's see. Put your creative juices to work. And again, if you're watching the replay at home, I still want you to participate. So put an example sentence in the comments. Here we go. Susanna said the audience were impressed with him when he sparked to speak. I wonder if you mean when he started to speak, when he started to speak. Now, the audience in American English, we conjugate the audience as a collective noun, which means it's made up of many different people, but we conjugate it as one group. So the subject is it. It. So we have our subjects I, you, he, she, it, we, they. There are only 5 subjects in English. So you have to ask yourself, what subject do I need? And in this case, it's he, she, it. The audience was impressed. So let's look at Anook. The audience was excellent, was paying attention when the lecturer began his speech. Excellent job, Anook. So we can say presenter. You can also say lecturer. A lecturer, perhaps a difficult pronunciation. Repeat after me. Lecturer, because you have at the end. Lecture, and then you add another Lecturer. Repeat after me. Lecturer. If that's difficult for you, for one, always practice difficult sounds, but you could also say presenter. Presenter. If it's difficult to say this. The lecturer began his speech. Began is the past simple of begin, and to pay attention is our verb, pay attention, and we have was paying. Excellent job. Very nice. Ashen said the audience were bored when he addressed the gathering. Okay, this is a good sentence. For one, in American English, like I said, we conjugate the audience as a collective noun. The audience was bored. But this is an excellent example because in English, there are certain noun or certain verbs that are state of verbs, which means we don't put it in a continuous form. So I wouldn't say the audience was being bored because that doesn't work because it's a state of verb. It's a state of being. So in this case, I would say the audience was bored when he addressed the gathering. Very nicely done. Hosam said the audience was coming when I was standing on stage. Okay, so in this case, we're using both past continuous. You can change your second one to the past simple just to practice this structure. The audience was coming. So the audience was coming into the room. The audience was appearing. The audience was getting seated. The audience was entering, perhaps, are other ways you could say that. Okay. Manuel said the audience was expecting his speeches when the lecturer asked them, any questions? Oh, this is very interesting. So here our verb is to expect, and you expect something, which means you think something is going to happen. The audience was expecting, that's the past continuous conjugated with our subject, the audience. The audience was expecting his speeches, but then when the lecturer asked them any questions, very nice sentence. I like this. Okay, let's practice our next one here. Here we have he. So we'll practice with the subject, he. And then look at the picture and what do you think? We need a past continuous. Think about what your verb conjugation is needed. Thankfully, it's easy to conjugate the verb to be in the past simple. There are only two options. Someone, make sure you write down what the verb conjugations of the past simple are in the verb to be so everyone knows. He, when, and then we need a past simple. So let's look at this image and then think, what could we say? I think there are a lot of options, so use your creativity. Okay, what could we say? Dong said he was calm when he tried to get on the coach. Yeah, very nice. So he was calm. So again, when we have state of verbs, an emotion, a state of being, often we will put it in the past simple. Sometimes it's required because the verb does not conjugate in a continuous form. And other times it just sounds better to see it as a state. So he was calm. If you wanted to turn this into a continuous action, maybe you could say he was acting calm. He was acting calm could be an option. So let me show that. He was acting calm. So calm is the verb. He was acting calm. Okay, but I like that example. Very nicely done. What else could we say? Coco said he was thinking when he waited. I think you mean waited the bus. Okay. You wait for something or someone. He waited for the bus. He waited for his friends at the train station, for example. You waited for this class to start. You waited for me to read your example sentence. So you wait for something or someone. Natalie said he was waiting for the bus. Exactly. He was waiting for the bus when a strange took a picture of him. I like that. Very nice example sentence because his face, he does look a little shocked, perhaps. So that is a really nice example. Very creative. Now, there's just one issue with the word strange. Strange is an adjective. This is a strange picture. So I'm describing the picture as strange. This is a strange picture. So strange is an adjective. And then I could say, what is the noun form? So strange is an adjective that means unusual, bizarre, weird. Now, a person you do not know is a stranger. A stranger. So a stranger is someone you don't know. So you just need that at the end. Stranger. Repeat after me. Stranger. 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 And then strange is your adjective. So I'll put that on there. This is a strange picture, and a stranger took a picture of him. Very nice. Murat had it. Awesome job. Okay. Elson said he was lost when he went to visit his old friend. Exactly. He was lost. So to be lost. So this is a great example of a state of verb. I wouldn't say he was being lost because in this case, the verb is the verb to be. It's to be lost. So you have to put your verb to be in the past continuous. But this is a state of verb. I wouldn't say he was being lost because lost is the adjective that describes his state of being. So Elson had a great example. He was lost, his state of being, when he went to visit his old friend. Very nice. Excellent sentence. Susanna said he was taking a bus. Exactly. You take a bus. That's your verb. And then you put it in the past continuous. He was taking a bus when he saw a gorgeous woman. And that's why he's looking at this gorgeous woman. Exactly. Very nice example. AK said he was thinking of his mother. Yeah. So our verb is to think. He was thinking, and you can think of someone. You can also think about someone. Sometimes in English, of and about are both possibilities as prepositions. Not always. So you really need to remember these things on a case by case basis. He was thinking of his mother when he was about to get into the train. Exactly. I would say get on the train because when you enter a train, that's the literal definition or the literal translation of what he is doing. He is entering the train, but native speakers don't say that. A native speaker would say he's getting on the train. And then the opposite is he's getting off the train. So I wouldn't say get into the train, get out of the train. You get on or off a train, bus, boat, or plane. But you get into a car and you get out of a car. So get into the car, we're leaving. Okay, we're here. Everyone get out of the car. But for a train, bus, plane, and boat, you get on and off. We're boarding, get on the train, get off the train. Okay. He was missing his father when he happened to appear. Oh, very nice. Nice sentence. He was missing his father. So here the verb is to miss, and you miss someone. He was missing his father when he appeared. He happened to appear. So I like this sentence. Mamuna used he happened to appear. So when you use the verb happen plus infinitive, it means that this man wasn't expecting it. So it was a complete shock or surprise. Wow, Dad, what are you doing here? He just happened to appear. Very nice. You could also take the verb appear and put that in the past simple, when he appeared. But again, it changes the meaning slightly because when you have when he happened to appear, it stresses that it was unexpected, it wasn't planned. Very nicely done. Okay. How about this one? Now, I put X for the subject because now it's time for you to decide. So we have two people in this picture. You could talk about he, the man. You can talk about she, the woman. Or you can talk about perhaps they are a couple. So you could say the couple, which would be conjugated as it, a collective noun, it. Or you could say they, because they is the plural. And there are two people here. So that is why I want you to decide the subject, because even though there are only two people, there are many different options. And you can use the singular, he, she, it, or you can use the plural, they. So try to practice different subjects as well, just to get that conjugation of the verb to be. Okay, let's see. Now, what could we say for this picture? What do you think about the emotion? What do you notice about this couple? And you can practice using adjectives to describe them or to describe the scenery as well. Elchin said they was arguing. Elchin, can you correct that yourself? Let's see. Do you know what the mistake is here? I'm sure someone in the group can correct this mistake as well. They is our subject, so we always need to think about the verb to be and how to conjugate it. They were arguing. They were arguing when she didn't follow his advice. Excellent job. And good job getting advice in the singular because we never add an S to the word advice. She did not. That's the past simple. Very good. She didn't follow his advice. This is the past simple in the negative. So please practice negatives as well. Negatives always add an additional element of complexity because you have to think about how to form it. So practice a negative as well. Very nice sentence. Just remember to change was to were. They were arguing. Okay. Rosa said she was explaining exactly. So to explain is our verb in the past continuous with the subject she. She was explaining her plans when his boyfriend started to scream. Exactly. Very nice. So start is in the past simple. Now, there's one issue here because she was explaining. The possessive needs to match the subject. So, what do you need to change in this sentence? She was explaining her plans when her boyfriend. If you say his boyfriend, technically that can be grammatically correct. But now this man doesn't belong to her in the sense of a couple. This man belongs to someone else who is a man because you used his boyfriend. So technically it is correct, but it changes the meaning. So you want to say her boyfriend. Okay, very nice sentence. Manfi said they both were fighting. They both were fighting. So to fight and then conjugated in the past continuous. They both were fighting when they got lost in forest. Exactly. Exactly. They got lost. I love it because you looked at the scenery and you tried to imagine where they are. Very nice. The only thing is that forest is a noun, a countable noun. So you need to have an article in front of it. And in this case, you could say a forest because that means any forest, not a specific one. Or you could say the forest, which is a specific forest, perhaps the one they took a walk in, the one closest to their house or closest to their work. Okay. Susanna said, Calvin was freaking out. Exactly. Very nice. So this is freaking out. Whoa, is when you lose control of yourself. Now you can freak out in a positive way as well. Imagine if you had a lottery ticket in your hand and they announced the numbers and it was your ticket. What would you do? You would start jumping up and down, celebrating. So you would freak out, but in a positive way. So you lose control of your emotions. Even your body acts very bizarre as well. But in this case, we can tell that it's freak out in a negative way. Kevin was freaking out when Anna confessed to him she cheated. Very nicely written. So to cheat, that's our verb. So when you cheat on someone, if you included the someone, she cheated on him, you would need the preposition on. When you're in a romantic relationship and someone cheats on someone else, it means that person has a romantic relationship with another person and it isn't allowed, of course. So this person doesn't know. So she confessed. She told him the truth. So it makes sense that he freaked out. Very nice sentence. Okay. There are so many amazing comments, everyone. Dindy said he was arguing with his girlfriend. Exactly. So we have he, his girlfriend. So the possessive needs to match the subject. He was arguing. So to argue, and you argue with someone. Very nice. He was arguing with his girlfriend when she forgot to wish him on his birthday. Very nice. So to forget is our verb and it's in the past simple. Forgot is the past simple of forget. Now you would say when she forgot to wish him a happy birthday. Because in English, you wish someone a happy birthday. So you don't just wish someone, you wish someone a happy birthday. So you would need to say that. When she forgot to wish him, you wish someone a happy birthday. So you wish someone something. And in this case, the something is a happy birthday. I wish you a happy birthday. I wish you years of joy and bliss. So she forgot to wish him a happy birthday. That's a very nice example. Excellent job. Okay. Now, everyone has such creative examples. I love it. Here's another one. Louise said, Brandon said, I like how you're imagining that this person is Brandon. Create characters. That's a great way to use your creativity. Brandon said, lighten up. Lighten up. Another mistake with this. Perhaps this is a common mistake. So pay attention because you might see the word girlfriend and know that girl is feminine. But The possessive belongs to the subject, and Brandon is a man. So Brandon said, lighten up when his girlfriend, Sheena, accused he was cheating her. Oh, okay. Very nice. Let me just correct this last part. When his girlfriend, Sheena, accused him of cheating on her. English can be very difficult with these small prepositions or remembering the sentence structure because there are so many different sentence structures in English. So you really want to pay attention and memorize. And after you learn a structure, you must practice it. Now, in this class, you are learning a lot of information. You don't have to practice everything because that might be overwhelming. What areas are you struggling with? Are you struggling with getting the possessive to match the subject? Well, then that is what you need to practice. So think about what you need to practice, and then you need to practice the specific structure many, many times in order to permanently remember it. So notice here, when his girlfriend Sheena accused him, so to accuse is our verb. And the sentence structure is you accuse someone of, that's our preposition, of doing something. So it's a difficult structure because you have your verb accuse, which you need to conjugate. You accuse someone, then you need the preposition of. Now, because of is a preposition, the next verb has to be in the ing. And I said creating, which is a typo. That is not the correct spelling. So you need to change it to cheating. So to accuse someone of doing of something. Okay. So she accused him of cheating. I spelled it wrong, but the structure is right, of cheating on him. So now I'll post this again and you can see the structure as well. To accuse someone of something. Now you can have something as a noun, or if it's a verb, then you need the ing. She accused him, someone, preposition of, and then the verb in ing of cheating. And now we already learned previously that you cheat on someone. So you also have to remember that sentence structure. You don't cheat someone, you cheat on someone. Okay. Excellent sentence. Now, oh, we went from more negative to perhaps more positive, but I don't know. It's up to you because you can use your creativity. So, again, we have subject. Now, I want you to decide, which is why I said X. In English, if you ever see X or Y, that's how we say that the variable isn't identified. So in this case, X represents the subject, but I did not identify the subject. So the subject can be she, he, or again, we could say the couple as a collective noun, or we could say they, or maybe you want to talk about something else in this picture or be creative. You could talk about the city, the neighborhood, for example. So, what could we say here? This is a picture that could be open to interpretation. If something is open to interpretation, it means that two people could look at this picture and see very different things. And that's the interesting part of this exercise because we see such different examples and practice using different subjects. Remember, you can also practice that negative structure. You could even practice asking a question as well, just to get comfortable with different structures. And remember, open your mouth and practice. Repeat after me. When I teach you a new structure, repeat the sentence, repeat the structure as well. Oh, I need to highlight this comment because this student, sorry, I'm not sure how to say your name in English. This student clearly watched my lesson yesterday where I taught the expression a humdinger. So this is great. An excellent example of this student learning an expression and now practicing it, a humdinger. Your lessons are always a humdinger, an excellent sentence. And because you're practicing it, you are going to be more likely to permanently remember it and feel confident using it in your speech as well. Now, I think the pronunciation is relatively easy, but let's repeat it out loud just so you feel confident with your pronunciation. Humdinger, humdinger, humdinger. An excellent job getting that article, a humdinger, a humdinger. And you can share in the chat what this means as well, because one of the best ways to remember information is to teach it. So I want you to leave the definition of what a dinger is in the chat to help you remember it. Thank you. All right. Killer said, the girl finally forgave. Oh, we have it again. This is interesting. I didn't know this was a common problem that my students make. And that's why this practice, this exercise is so valuable for me because I learn what areas my students struggle with. So I know what to focus on when I teach as well. Because the same mistake, boyfriend is male, but the possessive matches the subject. The girlfriend finally forgave her boyfriend when he apologized sincerely. Very nice. And this is an excellent example where the verb forgive, so give, forgive, and then the past simple is forgave. This is an example where we don't generally put this in a continuous form. I was forgiving him. We generally just treat it as something that happens once, not a continuation. The girl finally forgave her boyfriend when he apologized sincerely. Very nice sentence. Okay. Ayat said, Adam was shouting. Very nice. So our verb is to shout, conjugated correctly. Adam was shouting when Linda told him that she forgot the map. Very nice example. I like this. Why did you forget the map? When Linda told him. So here, excellent sentence structure. So Linda told him that, and then we need a clause because you tell someone something, and that something in this case is a clause. A clause is a complete sentence. It's subject, verb, object. So subject, she, verb, forgot. You have to conjugate the verb according to the time reference, and then the object is the map. Very nice sentence. Okay. Elson said she was shocked. So this is a great state of verb. So the verb is to be shocked. That's what it means, to be shocked. She was shocked and didn't know how to react when he was proposed to her in front of a crowd. Very nice. So, everyone, what does it mean to propose to someone? What does that mean? There is one thing we need to correct in your sentence. So the verb is to propose. So to put that in the past simple, you just take the verb propose. It's not to be proposed, it's just to propose. So when he proposed, but you had the rest of it correct because you propose to someone. Propose to someone. Very nice. Okay. Susanna said, Joe was kneeling So that's what the man is doing right now, was kneeling. So our verb is to kneel. Kneel. Notice that pronunciation. The K is silent. When we have KN, the K is silent. Repeat after me. Kneel. Kneel. Joe was kneeling when Amber announced that she was pregnant. Excellent sentence. I love it. So here you announce something. And in this case, we have a clause again, subject. And in this case, just a subject and a verb. To be pregnant, to be pregnant. Very nice. Ashen said she was over the moon when her boyfriend said that he liked the proposal. Exactly. Very nice. She was over the moon. So, this is an expression to be over the moon, which means extremely happy. I was over the moon when I got the promotion. She was over the moon. So to be over the moon, this is a stative verb. We wouldn't put it in a continuous form. She was over the moon when her boyfriend said that he liked the proposal. This is an interesting sentence. Really nice. Okay. Julia said she was flabbergasted. This is a great adjective. To be flabbergasted. Everyone repeat after me. We'll start at the end. Gasted. Gasted. Flabbergasted. Flabbergasted. When you're flabbergasted, it means you're shocked, confused. You don't know how to react to the situation. She was flabbergasted to his action when he kneeled down out of the blue without any reason. Exactly. So great job getting to kneel down. So when you kneel down, it means imagine this is your knee. You go on one knee, just like this man is doing here. When he kneeled down out of the blue means unexpectedly. So I got the promotion out of the blue. I got the promotion unexpectedly. Now, the only thing is she was flabbergasted. This is the passive. So you need by. She was flabbergasted by his action when he kneeled down out of the blue without any reason. Very nice. Okay, Selim said the girl gave a hand to the man when he accidentally fell down. This is funny. I like it. So when you give someone a hand, it means that you help someone. So if I fell, can you give me a hand? Can you help me? Can you give me a hand? But you could use this in many situations. If you come home with a lot of bags, you could say to your husband, your wife, your kids, your roommate, can you give me a hand? And then they know you want help with your bags, to give someone a hand. The girl gave a hand to the man when he accidentally fell down. Very nice. Okay. And Julia again said, please do smash the like button. Oh, thank you. And I agree. Smash that like button. Hit it hard. Hit it with enthusiasm. All right, everyone. Really nice examples with this one. A lot of creativity. I love it. And I hope if you're watching the replay, I hope you're practicing along, being creative as well. How about this one? So think of an example. Again, our subject, we have either one person, a man. It looks like there are only men in this picture. So one man, or you could talk about the group, the team. They could be a sports team. Team is conjugated as a collective noun. It, the team, it. Or it could be they as people. So they would be plural. So you have he, the team, they. Or it could be the group, the friends. There are other options as well. Okay, so what can we do? And let's practice the past continuous and then when and the past simple. So that's our structure. And again, be creative, look to the picture, look to the background, think of adjectives you could use, give these people some personality as well, create a story. This is your time to be creative. This is your time to use all of those adjectives that you learn in my lessons and other people's lessons. Use the phrasal verbs, use the idioms. Don't worry about being right or wrong. That does not matter. The purpose here is to practice. That's all we're doing. Practice, have fun. You're in a safe space. So be creative and don't worry about being right or wrong. Just practice. Nicholas said he was playing basketball with his friends when he lose a game. Oh, very nice sentence. So he was playing. You play basketball. So our verb is play. And that is the verb that's conjugated in the past simple. There's only one thing we need to do with the end of this sentence. So, Nicholas, after when, you need the past simple. So what do we need here? When, when, and then we need a subject again, when, and then the past simple verb. So you could say when he lost a game. Now, all game means any game, which grammatically is correct, but perhaps you might want to use the game because the means specific. So it's the game they are currently playing, whereas all just means any game. And in this case, you could also use a possessive and you could say his game, because we're imagining that the game belongs to him. So you could say when he lost, because the verb is to lose. And then the past simple is lost. When he lost a game, any game, the game, a specific game, the one they're playing, or his game. If you use a possessive, it replaces the article. Okay. Let's see. They are playing basketball when it's scorching. Okay, nice attempt. I like how you use it's scorching. It's scorching. So, scorching, excellent job looking at the scenery and imagining what the weather is. So, scorching means very hot, very hot. To be scorching. Oh, it's scorching in here. It's very hot in here. And notice that pronunciation scorching, ching, scorching. Repeat after me scorching, scorching. Now let's practice putting this in the past continuous. They were playing basketball when it became scorching, perhaps. When it became scorching, to use the past continuous and past simple. Very nice. Okay. Horatio said, the friends, exactly. So the subject is the friends. The friends were playing happily. I like how you added that adverb, happily. So our verb is play. So he added the adverb happily. Happily. The friends were playing happily when the rain caught them. Oh, very nice sentence. The rain is the subject. Catch is our verb, and in the past simple, it's caught, ought. Repeat after me caught, caught them. So if the rain catches you, it means you are in the rain, you don't have an umbrella, you don't have anywhere to shelter yourself, and it was relatively unexpected. You didn't think it was going to rain. Really nice sentence. Okay, Dindy said they were practicing individually. Very nice. They were practicing individually when their friends didn't come to play the game. Very nice. So their friends didn't come. That's the past simple in the negative. Really nice sentence. An excellent job getting your possessive because I've noticed this has been an issue today. Their friends, and there is the possessive of the subject they. When their friends, they didn't come. They didn't come to play the game. So when you see something like their friends, you always have to imagine what it is as the subject. I, you, he, she, it, we, they. And of course, it represents the subject they. They didn't come to play the game. Very nice sentence. The team was practicing when it decided to take a short break. Excellent job. Really nicely done. The team was practicing. So the team is conjugated as a collective noun. The team was practicing when it, because the team is conjugated as he, she, it. But we can't say he or she. So in English, we must use it, even though it generally refers to objects, but in this case, the team is an object. The team, it, decided to take a short break. So decide is our verb in the past simple, and you decide to do something. So decide plus infinitive. It decided to take what? A break, and then short is the adjective. Excellent job. Okay. How about this one? So we have as a subject, we can have the girl, the little girl. You can use an adjective to describe her if you like. The girl on the bike, the man, the father, perhaps, the woman, the mother, perhaps, but maybe it's the aunt and uncle or friends, or I don't think they're grandma, grandpa, judging by their age, but maybe grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, cousins. So it could be other people, babysitters, perhaps. And then you can talk about them individually, or you could talk about them as a group. Now, as a group, we can say they, or we could say perhaps the family, which would be conjugated as I, you, he, she, it, we, they. It would be the subject he, she, it, the family, it. So we use it as a collective noun. The family, it, the group, the household. Maybe we could look more broadly and say the neighborhood, which would also be conjugated as it as well. The neighborhood represents all the people living in a specific area, but is conjugated as a collective. So, what could we say about this picture? We have different subjects, and then we have our verb to be with the present or the past continuous, and then when, and then we need a past simple. All right. So Rennet said she was excited when suddenly understood that she learned riding a bicycle. Exactly. Very nice. So to be excited, this is a great example because we would put this as a state of verb, and I wouldn't put this as a continuous action. She was excited when she suddenly understood how to ride a bike. So, understand is your verb in the past simple. When she suddenly understood how to ride a bike. Very nice example. Sergi said the family was on the street. Exactly. So, where are they? They're on the street. They're on the street. So, that's the preposition you would use on the street. The family was very good. So, here to be on the street, this is also a stative. We wouldn't put this as a continuation. The family was on the street when, what do we need? It's not they, daughter. We need a possessive here. When their daughter was riding a bike or when their daughter learned how to ride a bike, when their daughter rode a bike. So there are some options we could do at the end. Julia said, the baby girl is taking up the activity such as cycling at the outdoor when the learning how to cycle. Okay, the baby girl is taking up the activity. Very nice. So to take up an activity is when you learn that activity. So I'm taking up skiing. I'm going to learn how to ski. I'm going to start skiing as part of my regular routine. The baby girl is taking up cycling. You could just say cycling to keep it a little more concise. Cycling outdoors. So cycling outdoors when she learned how to cycle. Very nice. Susanna said the mother was helping her out to ride a bike when she noticed the kid was having trouble doing so. Yeah, so you have trouble doing something, you don't need into there. When she noticed, very nice past simple. So the past simple is to notice, and then noticed is the past. She noticed the kid was having trouble doing so. Really nice sentence. Rosa said, Alexa, the girl's name. Very nice. I like that. Alexa was learning, so our verb to learn, was learning to ride a bike when her parents supported her journey. Very nicely written. So to support, and that's in the past simple, supported, supported. Okay. Gore said, the father was feeling happy. Very nice. To feel happy. And then you can put the verb feel in a continuous in certain situations. The father was feeling happy when his daughter, and after when, let's use the past simple, when his daughter tried to ride the bike. So you can say bike or bicycle, but in American English, we don't shorten bike or bicycle to cycle. We use cycle as a verb. So imagine I'm on a bike. These are my legs, I guess. I'm cycling. So we use cycle as a verb, to cycle. I'm cycling. But you cycle on a bike or a bicycle. So we shorten bicycle to bike.
Now let's keep expanding your vocabulary and you'll learn advanced adverbs to sound fluent, and there'll be a quiz at the end. In this video, you're going to learn advanced adverbs, C1 adverbs. The C1 level is an advanced level of English proficiency. Students at this level are expected to have a wide range of vocabulary and used advanced language structures. Now, before we start, just remember that adverbs can modify verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. Adverbs are there to add more detail, more clarity, or to emphasize the word used in the sentence. Adverbs are easy to identify in a sentence because they're commonly formed by adding ly to the adjective. With that, let's review the top 10 C1 adverbs. Incessantly, incessantly. This means without interruption or continuously. For example, the alarm kept ringing incessantly until she finally woke up. Of course, I could say the alarm kept ringing until she finally woke up. Adverbs are not required in a sentence. But when I say incessantly, you have this picture in your mind of this action happening non-stop, continuously. So all of a sudden, it sounds a lot more annoying or frustrating than without the adverb. The alarm kept ringing incessantly until she finally woke up. Inevitably. Inevitably. That's fun to say. Inevitably. This means certain to happen. So let's take an example with population growth. I could say, with the increasing population, traffic jams are inevitably becoming more common. Again, I could simply say traffic jams are becoming more common. But when I add inevitably, it emphasizes that, and you know that this is definitely going to happen. This is certain to happen. And of course, a traffic jam is when you are unable to move because there are cars all around you. A traffic jam, something that we inevitably deal with. Inordinately. Inordinately. This means excessively or unusually. For example, he was inordinately excited about his art exhibition. Of course, you expect someone to be excited about their art expedition or any sort of event or presentation. But if you say he was inordinately excited, all of a sudden, I don't think this is a good thing because it means there is too much excitement. The amount of excitement is not appropriate to the situation. So this is how adverbs are so valuable because they can really change the overall meaning of a sentence. He was inordinately excited about his upcoming art exhibition. And maybe you were inordinately upset about making a mistake in English. It's normal to make mistakes, but the amount of upset that you became was too much given the situation. Magnanimously. Magnanimously. That's a long word. Magnanimously. This means in a generous and forgiving way. For example, my old boss was magnanimously friendly after he found out I started my own company. So I was working for this company, but then I quit, I left, and I started my own company that's going to compete directly with the existing company. So you would expect that my boss, my previous boss, my old boss would be upset. But he was friendly. So I can say magnanimously friendly to show that he was friendly in a forgiving way. He wanted to show that he wasn't upset because I left and started my own company. Ostensibly. Ostensibly. This means appearing as one thing when it is really something else. For example, he was ostensibly happy. So I know that he's appearing happy, but there's really something else. So in reality, he isn't happy. I know that because I said ostensibly happy. He was ostensibly happy about the news, but deep down, he was really worried. So he appeared happy, but in reality, he's worried. Deep down, that represents the feelings on the inside that we generally don't show to the public. Perpetually. Perpetually. This means constantly or continuously over a long period of time. For example, she's perpetually late. This is not a good thing because if you said she's late, well, that simply means she's late right now in this specific situation. But if I add the adverb perpetually, I know it means constantly, which is all the time. It's a reoccurring action, or continuously over a long period of time. She's perpetually late. Not a good thing. Precariously. Precariously. This means dangerously or in an unstable way. For example, the hiker walked precariously along the edge of the cliff. So there's an edge of a cliff. That's already a dangerous situation. But if he's walking precariously, it means he's walking in an unstable way, so he's walking like this, or a dangerous way, he's extremely close to the edge of the cliff. Superfluously. This is also fun to say. Superfluously. This means in an unnecessary or excessive manner. So too much beyond what is needed. For example, the report was superfluously long. So reports can be long, but if you say it was superfluously long, it means unnecessarily long. They made one section of the report 10 pages when it could have easily been 1 page. So hopefully you don't think that this video is superfluously long, excessively long, too long than needed, wanted, or desired. Unanimously. Unanimously. This means with complete agreement of all parties involved. So everyone agrees with the same thing. They all agree yes, or they all agree no, or they all agree some other decision. For example, the board members unanimously approved the annual report. This means that every board member said, yes, I approve. They unanimously approved. Vehemently. Vehemently. This means in a strong and emotional way. For example, she vehemently opposed the idea of relocating to a new city. When you relocate, it means you permanently move from where you live now to a different location. So she opposed this idea. She didn't want to relocate. But if I say she vehemently opposed, you know it was with strong emotion. She feels very strongly that she doesn't want to move, to relocate. She vehemently opposed relocating to a new city. So now you have 10 advanced adverbs in your vocabulary to help you sound fluent and advanced at that C1 level. So let's find out how well you know these adverbs with a quiz. Here are the questions. Hit pause, take as much time as you need, and when you're ready to see the answers, hit play. So how'd you do with that quiz? Well, let's find out. Here are the answers. Hit pause, review them, and when you're ready to move on, hit play. You are doing great. Now let's get back to speaking.
Well, here we have an image, and there are 2 words, 1 time reference, 2 words on this image. Every Sunday. Every Sunday. Of course, Sunday is a day of the week. You could replace this with a different day of the week if you prefer. Every Monday, every Saturday. So notice that time reference. Now, I want you to form a sentence, any sentence based on this picture. So you can look at the image and you can first identify your subject. There are many different people you can choose from. You can even use the scenery or the location, the event as the subject as well. And then you have to think about your verb, and then you have to put your verb in the correct time reference. In English, the time reference will tell you what verb you need, what verb conjugation you need. So in this case, every Sunday tells you what verb you need. Now, what verb tense do you need with this time reference? Who knows the answer? If you know the answer, put it in the comments right now. Juan already has a nice sentence for us. I read a book every Sunday. Exactly. I read a book every Sunday. So, what verb tense is this? The present simple, of course. And what do you need to do with your verb in the present simple with the subject he, she, it? If it were she reads with that S, she reads a book every Sunday. Now, the placement of every plus day of the week is flexible. You could put it at the beginning. You could say, every Sunday she reads a book, or she reads a book every Sunday. Let's review another example and share an example in the comments. Even if you're watching the replay, share an example in the comments. And I want you to practice saying this out loud as well. So you open your mouth and say the words. Let's go to AK's comment. We go to a local market every Sunday. Exactly. So on this image here, you can see it says the word borough market. This is a market. That's the event. So you use the verb go to go to a market. Market is a noun. So you need to add an article, a market. You can add an adjective. Sometimes we say an artisan market, a craft market, a farmer's market, but you can just use a market to be more general. We go to a local market every Sunday. Nicely done. Excellent sentence. Okay, what else do we have? Layla says, I have English class every Sunday. Well, that's wonderful, Layla. And you're in English class right now. There's one thing that needs to be fixed with this sentence. And this is a mistake I see every day from all my students, beginner, intermediate, and advanced. Class is a noun. So you need to say a class. And then you look at your adjective, English class. So now English starts with a vowel. So you have to say an English class. An. Repeat after me. An English class. An English class. An English class. So that's the only correction you need. Excellent sentence. Manfi says, every Sunday I go to market. What did I just explain? With English class, and the same thing applies here. Market is a noun. So you need a market, or if there's only one market in your specific area, you can use the article the because it's a unique market. I go to a market or the market to buy chicken. I love it. Nicely done. I like how you included more details. And this is a great way to sound instantly more advanced. Why do you go to the market? What's your opinion on it? Really nicely done. Okay. How about Jonathan's? Every Sunday, there are a lot of foreign people on the street. Exactly. So they're on a street, the street. Very nicely done having your article. And the preposition you need is on. I'm on Main Street. I'm on the street. I'm on a street. Very nicely done. Oh, right. Everyone is doing such a great job practicing. Now, let me ask you, do you like this style of lesson? Are you enjoying this opportunity to practice speaking, getting correction directly from me? Well, if you like this, put yes, 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 put yes, yes, yes in the comments and like this video as well. And make sure you subscribe if you haven't already so I can help you improve all areas of your English. So put yes, 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 like this lesson as well. And let's keep going. Okay. Well, we have one man and we have the word frequently. Repeat after me. Frequently. Quintly. Quintly. Frequently. Notice that syllable stress. It sounds louder on which syllable? Frequently. Da da da. Frequently. The first syllable. Frequently. This is an adverb of frequency. It tells you what verb tense you need. And which verb tense do you need? Put it in the comments. You need The present simple. And frequently is something that you do as a regular part of your routine. So out of 7 days in the week, maybe you do it 3, 4, 5, 6 times, but it is something that is a regular part of your routine. So, what could we say? And in the meantime, oh, wow, thank you, everyone. We have so many yeses in the comments. I am so glad you're enjoying this lesson. Rosa, thank you. Alan, thank you. Secret of success. I like that name. The secret of success is to practice frequently. And that's why you're practicing and speaking out loud. All right. Awesome job, everyone. Now, we have some more yeses as well. Woohoo. Anissa said, yes, of course. Awesome. And good morning, Judas, to you as well. Good morning all the way to Brazil. All right. Now, Satyajit says he plays badminton frequently. Exactly. Really nicely done. An excellent job getting he and play with your S. Plays. He plays badminton frequently. Very nicely done. Okay. SG said John goes to play tennis frequently with his friends. Exactly. An excellent job getting go with the ES. Goes to play tennis. Now, technically, just for everyone, you don't need to say go to play. You could just say John plays tennis frequently with his friends. Very nicely done. All right, everyone. Fabio says he frequently plays tennis until he drops. Exactly. So he's lying on the ground. The surface, we would call this a court. A court. That's where you play tennis on a tennis court. Soccer field, football field, tennis court, badminton court, basketball court until he drops. Very nicely done. All right. And Jamie, excellent job. I like how you turn this into an I. Exactly. And this is the fun part of this exercise because you can find a random picture and you can make so many different sentences by changing the subject, changing the verb, changing the additional details you provide. Ask a question, form a negative statement as well. So Jamie said, I get exhausted frequently when I play tennis. Exactly. So this man is exhausted, extremely tired, just like Jamie is exhausted, extremely tired. So hopefully you don't feel exhausted after this lesson. Hopefully you feel energized after this lesson. Awesome job, everyone. And Galnia says, I watch your lesson frequently. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And make sure you subscribe so you do watch my lessons frequently because YouTube will notify you. Because I know a lot of students say, Jennifer, you haven't posted a lesson in a long time. But I post new lessons every day. YouTube isn't notifying you. So you need to subscribe to make sure you're notified. All right, everyone. I like this one. Summit said, I lose my brother frequently in playing tennis. Okay, Summit. I know what you mean. But if you lose something or someone, it means you cannot find the something or someone. You don't know where it is. For example, if I have this pen and it's my favorite pen because it's pink and the ink is pink as well. And then I say, oh no, I lost my pen. That's in the past simple. I don't know where it is. So in the present simple, I could say, I frequently lose my pens, which is somewhat true. I frequently lose my pens. But in this case, you would say, I lost to my brother. So, two countries, you could say, this is just an example. I have no idea if this is true. Canada lost to France. That means France won. France beat Canada. So you need to say, I lose to my brother frequently when playing tennis. Excellent job. Excellent job. Okay. I like this one as well. He frequently feels drained. When you're drained, it means you have no energy left, usually because you did something very active, but you can also use it if you use your mental powers a lot and you have no mental powers left. He frequently feels drained. An excellent job using to feel. That's your verb. And then drained with the ed. Repeat after me. Drained. A very soft D. Drained. He frequently feels drained after playing badminton all day. So it's either all day or the whole day, but not all the day. All day, the whole day. All right, awesome job. Very nice comment. Now, how about this one? Our time reference is already. Already. And you can look at this image and you can focus on one person in this image. You can focus on two people. You can focus on all of them as a collective, maybe the team or the company. You could even focus on something more of an object, like the project, for example, or the computer, the room. Hmm. Oh, Alexander shared one related to Canada lost to France in a basketball game of the Paris Olympics. Ah, okay. So Canada lost to France. Exactly. Correct sentence structure. Canada lost to France. Very nicely said. Too bad for Canada. Congratulations, France. Okay. So what do we need to do here? For already, what could we say? Oh, and here we're coming back to this. Manuel said Canada was defeated by France. You could absolutely say that as well. To be defeated. Canada was defeated by France. France defeated Canada. It sounds a lot stronger. And it also sounds like the difference between the two scores was quite dramatic as well. Not necessarily, but it sounds stronger than just saying lost. Very nicely written. Okay, let's see if we have one for already. Okay, she's already knows the answer. Very nicely said. She already knows the answer. But when you have she apostrophe S, that represents she is. She is. So you can't, or she has. It can be both. She has or she is. So we can't use that with knows because that's the present simple. So just get rid of the apostrophe S and it's she already knows the answer. Very nicely done. Raymond has an excellent example. I've already subscribed to your YouTube channel. Exactly. Well, thank you so much, Raymond. I appreciate that. And make sure you share my channel with all your friends, Raymond, who has a vlog. So you can share them with your friends and they can benefit from these lessons as well. So remember, everyone, I have, that's the a contraction. I've, repeat after me. I've, I've, I've already subscribed to. You subscribe to something. I've already subscribed to your YouTube channel. Excellent job. Okay, SG has a nice dialogue. I like this. Hey, did you submit the report you were supposed to yesterday? Yeah, I've already submitted. Now, excellent job. Yeah, I've already submitted. You just have to include the object. So you have to say, I've already submitted it, because the report is known. And when the noun is known, you can replace it with the pronoun it. Yeah, I've already submitted it. Submitted it. Submitted it. Repeat after me. Submitted it. Submitted it. Now, you could also say, yeah, I've already submitted the report, but you don't have to because it's known. Really nicely done. Okay. We have lots of amazing comments. Paulo said they are extremely happy because they've finished their project already. Exactly. They have, as a contraction, they've. Repeat after me, a very soft, very soft. V. They've finished. They've finished. And notice that pronunciation on finish in the past simple, it's a soft T. Finished. Very soft. They've finished. Repeat after me. They've finished. Excellent. And Summit said, you've already corrected my sentence. Yes, exactly. You've already corrected my sentence. You corrected my sentence 5 minutes ago because we don't use a specific past time reference, the word ago. We don't use that with the present perfect. So you would just get rid of the since 5 minutes ago and just get rid of that. You've already corrected my sentence. Period. Really nicely done. Excellent job. How about this one? We have different subjects. You can speak about them individually. You can speak about them as a collective, which would be the family. It, the family is conjugated as it, or you could say they to refer to four people. People is the plural of person. So you can say they or the family, which is it, or you could focus on one or two people in this picture. And the time reference is right now. So what verb tense do we need with the time reference right now? Right now. Let's see some examples that my smart students have. And for all my amazing smart students watching the replay who aren't here live with me, make sure you practice, put an example in the comments. I will still see it and review it as well. And of course, make sure you subscribe and like this lesson as well. Okay. Well, Adrian said, right now I'm enjoying your wonderful lesson. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And notice the verb conjugation, the verb tense is the present continuous. Most students know this, right? Because it's an action taking place right now. It's in progress now. So you need your verb to be conjugated with the subject and your verb in ing. An excellent job using that contraction. I'm enjoying. Very nice. Okay. Tess said, the family eats together right now. Okay, Tess, this is a great example because it teaches everyone the importance of looking at your time reference to understand what verb tense you need. So we use the present simple, eats, for routine. So every morning, always, sometimes, never. These are routine actions. An excellent job conjugating your verb. You conjugated it correctly. The family eats because the family is it. But right now is the present continuous. So you would need to say, the family is eating together right now. And the placement of right now is flexible. You can put it at the beginning or the end. Okay, so as Nadia said, they are eating breakfast right now. Exactly. So you can use they as a subject. And if you want to use a contraction, you can say there, there, there. They're eating. They're eating. So in spoken English, it's a very unstressed sound. There. Repeat after me. There. There. So that would be THEY, they, apostrophe RE. There. They're eating. They're eating breakfast right now. Okay. Horatio said, The family is cooking. Excellent verb conjugation. Our verb to be is. The family is cooking a new recipe right now. Exactly. Very nicely done. I like that. Is cooking a new recipe. Very nice. Oh, I like this, Manuela, because you have whip up. Does anyone know what the phrasal verb whip up means? We use the phrasal verb whip up specifically with food, and it's when you make, prepare, cook food quickly. So if you only have 15 minutes to eat lunch, you can whip up a quick lunch. You can whip up a sandwich. You can whip up an omelet or whatever you want to eat. Whip up some snacks if unexpectedly you have visitors. So you need to whip up some snacks. Remember to conjugate your verbs. So in the present continuous, they are whipping up breakfast right now. So they're doing it quickly because the kids have to get to school, mom has to get to work, dad has a Zoom meeting in 15 minutes. So they're whipping up breakfast right now. Very nicely said, everyone. And Manuel said Manuela. It's the first time I can hear this name. Interesting. Well, Manuel, meet Manuela. All right. Let's see what's happening next. Oh, Well, this is an interesting image, isn't it? And we have a beautiful car, but maybe there's a problem with this car, judging by this image. And our time reference is since this morning. Since this morning. So, what does that tell you about the verb tense? So, first think, what's my subject? And you can use an object as the subject as well. And then think, what's my verb? And then what verb conjugation do I need to match since this morning? And someone said, I've just hit the notification of your channel right now. That's awesome. Well, thank you very much. Okay, so what could we say here? Nicholas said, they've been pushing the car since this morning. Yes, so they're pushing the car. That's what they're doing now. So if someone asks me, what are they doing? Oh, well, they're pushing the car. But then if I want to use the time reference since this morning, I have to change the grammar of my sentence. As Nicholas said, they've been pushing. The present perfect continuous is started in the past and it continues until now. They've been pushing the car since this morning and they are extremely tired. Okay. Ava said their car has broken since this morning. Exactly. Since this morning. There's only one thing you need to do. You need to say their car has been broken because it's to be broken. Broken is the adjective, and you need the verb to be. So you take that verb to be and then you put it in the present perfect because certain verbs do not go in a continuous form. So in this case, you wouldn't put it in the present perfect continuous because it's a state of verb. Their car has been broken since this morning. Exactly. Very nice. Okay. AK said the family has been having trouble with their car since this morning. Exactly. So here, our sentence structure is to have trouble with something, to have trouble with something. So let's say this microphone isn't working very well or it's not connecting. I can say, I'm having trouble with my mic. I'm having trouble with my mic. That is in the present continuous because it's happening right now. Since this morning, the family has been having trouble with their car since this morning. Really nicely done. All right, everyone. Great job. Well, that was a fun image. Not fun for them, I imagine. How about this one? Not yet. Not yet. So remember, you'll have to take that verb not and you still have to conjugate it. It lets you know that the sentence should be negative, but you still have to conjugate it with whatever auxiliary verb that you need. So in this case, you'll need an auxiliary verb to form the sentence. And for our subject, well, there is one very beautiful woman in this image, but maybe you could also talk about the scenery. You could talk about the project or the deadline or something else as well, maybe the team. So you can be creative with the subject as well. Okay, what could we say about this image? So Najib said, my project has not done yet. This one, we need to say it a little differently. You could say, my project isn't done yet. So our verb is to be done, or you could say to be finished. Same thing. Done, finished, which means complete, 100% complete. But you want the verb to be. So you would say, my project isn't done yet. My project isn't finished yet. But very nice sentence. Very nice. Okay. Honorable said, I don't call my dad yet. Ah, really nicely said. I like this. Creative, but you need the present perfect. So you would say, I haven't called my dad yet. We use the present perfect in this case because it's an unfinished time reference. It's still possible for you to call your dad. You can end the phone call with whoever you're talking to now and then call your dad. I haven't called my dad yet. Okay. In this case, Samir, same thing. She hasn't finished her work yet because, same explanation, it's an unfinished time reference. Okay. So, Krishna D said she has not contacted the company yet. Exactly. She has not as a contraction, hasn't. She hasn't contacted the company yet. Exactly. But remember, it's still possible for her to contact the company because it's an unfinished time reference. Very nice, everyone. AK said she hasn't left the office yet. Exactly. And if you put the opposite of that, you could say she is still in the office. She is still in the office. She hasn't left the office yet.
Now let's keep expanding your vocabulary. You'll learn advanced adjectives to sound fluent, and there'll be a quiz at the end. First, I'm going to quiz you to see how well you know these adjectives, but don't worry because after I'm going to explain each one in detail and then you'll complete the quiz again. I promise seeing your result before the lesson and after the lesson, you're going to feel so proud because you've improved a lot. So let's start the quiz. Question 1, Sarah's taste in music meant her favorite genre changed every week. Now, I'm only going to give you 3 seconds to answer, which is not a long time, so hit pause, take as much time as you need, and when you're ready, hit play. Sarah's fickle taste in music. Question 2, the smell of freshly baked bread filled the bakery. Pervasive. Question 3, the conference featured scientists from around the world. Eminent. Question 4, the young boy's nature led him to ask endless questions. Inquisitive. Question 5, ChatGPT is becoming in the workplace. Ubiquitous. Question 6, from the top of the mountain, they admired the expanse of the valley. Vast. Question 7. The novel's ending left a impact on the reader. A profound impact. Question 8. She had an love of painting. Intrinsic. Question 9. Safety is in the construction industry. Paramount. And finally, question 10. The fear of the dark seems to be in many young children. Inherent. So how'd you do with that quiz? Was it easy, difficult? Don't worry if it was difficult, because now I'm going to explain each adjective in detail. Let's do that now. Ubiquitous. Ubiquitous. This means present, found, or appearing everywhere. For example, smartphones are ubiquitous devices. They're found everywhere. They're found in every home, every office. So we can say smartphones are ubiquitous devices in every home and office. Paramount. Paramount. When something is paramount, it means it's more important than anything else. In emergency situations, the safety of the passengers is paramount to the airline crew. So you know the safety of the passengers is important to the airline crew, but by including the adjective paramount, you know it's more important than anything else. So the safety of the passengers is more important than protecting the actual airplane. The safety of the passengers is paramount. Vast. Vast. This means a very great extent or quantity. So when I hear vast, I know that the extent is very great. For example, the Sahara Desert is a vast expanse of sand dunes. So of course I know there are sand dunes in the desert. I know there are many sand dunes. But when I hear vast, the image I have in my mind all of a sudden changes, and I see sand dune after sand dune after sand dune because it's vast. Profound. Profound. This means having deep insight or understanding. For example, the professor's lecture on quantum mechanics was profound. By using this adjective, I understand that the person saying this learned a lot of very deep insights or now has a very deep understanding of the topic because it was profound. Pervasive. Pervasive. This means spreading widely throughout a group or an area. Remember, we talked about how smartphones are ubiquitous. They appear everywhere. Well, as a result, we can say that social media is a pervasive part of modern society. Because smartphones are ubiquitous and social media, like the JForrest English YouTube channel, is now everywhere as well. So it's pervasive. It is spread widely and spread quickly within society. Inherent. Inherent. This means existing in something as a permanent or inseparable quality or element. For example, cats have an inherent ability to land on their feet when they fall. Have you heard that before? That when a cat falls, it always lands on its feet. Well, this is an inherent quality. It's permanent within the cat. It's not separable from the cat. The cat didn't learn how to do this. It's just an inherent quality. Inquisitive. Inquisitive. This means showing a strong curiosity or willingness to learn. For example, my daughter was very inquisitive when we were at the museum. Generally, someone displays being inquisitive by asking a lot of questions. So if you're at the museum with a young child or even an adult, and they ask a lot of questions about what they're seeing. They could also be inquisitive by wanting to read all of the signs and the posters and the information about the objects that they're looking at the museum. In my opinion, being inquisitive is a very beneficial quality when you're learning, especially when you're learning a language. I love when my students ask questions, when they're inquisitive, because it shows they're really trying to understand. And when you ask questions and you get those answers, you're able to form those connections in your brain and learn faster as well. So hopefully you are inquisitive when it comes to the English language. Fickle. Fickle. That's fun to say. Fickle. This means changing frequently, especially in one's loyalties, interests, or affections. For example, the fashion industry is known for its fickle trends. Trends in the fashion industry change very quickly, very frequently. One day, it could be very fashionable to wear a sweater like this, and then next week, they say that is the ugliest sweater ever and you shouldn't wear it. So they're very fickle about what's trendy and what's not trendy. The fashion industry could also be fickle about which designers they promote and support. Maybe one day this person is the designer that everyone's talking about, but then next week nobody's talking about that person and there's a totally new designer. So the fashion industry and many other industries is very fickle. Intrinsic. Intrinsic. This means belonging naturally, and therefore it's an essential part. For example, an intrinsic motivation to succeed drives some athletes to push their limits. So they're not motivated by winning a trophy because that's an external motivation. The trophy is outside of them. They're motivated by something within, an intrinsic motivation. And just like I said that being inquisitive is important when you're learning a language, so is having an intrinsic motivation. If you're only motivated to study to pass the IELTS, well, that's an external motivation. And although it's great to have that motivation, generally it's not enough. Generally, we also need an intrinsic motivation to really push ourselves and succeed our full potential. Eminent. Eminent. This means famous and respected within a specific profession or field. For example, she was awarded a prize for her eminent contributions to the field. The field being the area of her profession. So if she is a quantum mechanic, then that is her field. Quantum mechanics is her field. If she is a physicist, then that is her field, her area of study, interest, or profession. And here it said her eminent contributions. So it's implying that her contributions are famous or respected within that particular field, whether it be quantum mechanics or physics.
Now that you're more comfortable with these adjectives, let's do the same quiz again. Here are the questions. Hit pause, take as much time as you need, and when you're ready to see the answers, hit play. Here are the answers. Take as much time as you need to review them, and when you're ready to continue, hit play. Now let's get back to speaking, and you'll learn and practice vocabulary to celebrate success.
This is a monumental lesson because we're celebrating this channel hitting 1 million subscribers.
So let's celebrate our collective success. What is something that you are celebrating? It could be a small success. Maybe you learned one new word today, or it could be a big success. Maybe you got a promotion at work. Maybe you got a bonus at work. Maybe you helped your child prepare for a school play. Whatever that success is, share one success that you're celebrating as well so we can learn correct vocabulary, correct grammar, and correct pronunciation as well. Now, for my success and for yours, so share them in the comments so I can congratulate you. So let's just review that common expression because someone could share a success with you and say, I just got a job offer today. I got a promotion today. My child came in first in their spelling competition and I helped her practice. Whatever your success is, we bought a new house. I sold a piece of art. Whatever your success is, you can say to that person, of course, you can simply say the word congratulations. Repeat after me, congratulations. So notice this first sound is an unstressed congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. Repeat after me, congratulations. Now, did you know that native speakers often shorten this word? I have it right here for you. So we take the word congratulations and we shorten it to congrats. Congrats. But you must add that S on the end because the word congratulations has an S. So we take congrat and then we add that S. So congrats. Repeat after me, congrats. So we still have that unstressed sound at the beginning, congrats, congrats, congrats. And then if you want to form a full sentence, you can say congrats, congratulations on, and then whatever that success is. Congratulations on selling your car. Congratulations on buying a new car. Congratulations on finishing your report. Congratulations on learning 5 new idioms, whatever that success is. So you need that gerund verb. So practice putting what you're congratulating someone on or what you're celebrating in the comments as well. Okay. I appreciate everyone. Oh, Manuel, in 6 months, you will reach 2 million. That is so sweet. Thank you. Thank you so much, Manuel. Julia said, I want to congratulate on reaching 1 million subscribers and hitting the milestone. Thank you so much, Julia. I appreciate that. So notice Julia said, and hitting a milestone. We use the verb to hit with a target or a goal. I hit my goal. We hit our target. And this just means you achieved it. You reached it. Okay. Now, Julia, just make sure I want to congratulate you. So if you use I want to congratulate, so here the verb is congratulate. If you use the verb congratulate, which you conjugated correctly, it's in the infinitive, you must include the someone. I want to congratulate you. Or maybe I want to congratulate your team. I want to congratulate your channel. It could be a something, your channel. On, you're right, with on and then the verb ing. So I'm very glad you wrote that, Julia. And thank you again. Congratulations. You can calm down now. Exactly. You can calm down. Another word you could say, you can relax now. You can relax. So maybe I can take a break now. Now, congratulations for you. We use congratulations to you. Congratulations to you. Or you can say congratulations on and then a something. Congratulations on your success. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to you. Glenda said, congratulations on buying your first house. Exactly. So I can share with everyone, guess what? We bought our first house. Wow, that's amazing. Congratulations. Congrats. Congrats on buying your first house. Exactly. Great job. Okay. So, enough about my success. Although, let's celebrate one more time. You can celebrate by hitting that like button. And notice I'm using the word hit. We also use that to mean to press a button, but with enthusiasm. So, I could say press the like button, but if I say hit the like button, it sounds like press it with enthusiasm. So, hit the like button, hit subscribe. You can be my 1 millionth and I don't know, 10th subscriber perhaps. And also put woohoo, woohoo in the comments. Now, enough about celebrating my success. I want to celebrate everyone else's success. So let's share and learn some vocabulary to talk about happy moments, celebratory moments. Okay, so our first one. What do you think is happening here in this image? And notice I'm going to teach you different ways to say happy. So instead of saying I'm happy because my channel reached 1 million subscribers, which I absolutely could say, and there is nothing wrong with saying I'm happy. You absolutely can, but there are so many other ways, common vocabulary, idioms, expressions. And Manuel used one in the comments, which we will actually practice as well. So they're elated. Repeat after me, elated, elated, which means very happy, extremely happy. They're elated because, so how can you complete this sentence? You need to complete this sentence because you need to complete this sentence with a clause. A clause. A clause is a subject, verb, and object. So I want all of you, my amazing students, all 1 million of you, I know not a million students are not watching this video, but still, all 1 million students, I want you to practice, share a sentence, and write the full form because writing it will help you remember it and say it out loud so you practice your pronunciation. They're elated. So to be elated, just like to be happy, but we need to provide the reason. So Stefania said they're elated because they just got married. Absolutely. So here, excellent job, Stefania. Perfect sentence. And notice she said they just got married. They got married because the verb is to get married. So the verb is get, and then you conjugate that. So in this case, the past simple, they got married, married, married. So it's a completed past action. Okay, they're elated because they just got married. Exactly. Okay, what else do we have here? Julia said they're elated because they walk down the aisle and tie the knot in a traditional way. Exactly. So the expression to tie the knot, this is an idiom. The verb is tie. So you have to conjugate that. So notice, Julia, you said they walked down the aisle. The aisle is the area that you walk down when you get married. Okay, so they walked down the aisle. So that's the past simple, right? They walked and tied, eyed. So you need to add a D for spelling, and the pronunciation is tied, tied. They tied the knot, which means they got married. Now, the literal meaning of to tie a knot is, for example, with your running shoes. You have laces and you can tie the laces or any rope in a knot. I don't have any rope to show you this action, but this is an idiom to mean to get married. We're tying the knot. We tied the knot. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for all the congratulations. Woohoo! That's awesome news. Indeed, it is. Oh, Nurbeck said, I'm elated because of watching your live lesson. Oh, that is so nice of you to say, and I appreciate that. Okay, let's move on to our next happy expression. So remember this one, elated, elated. All right. He's over the moon because he's over the moon. So notice here, to be over the moon. So he's is he is, and then as a contraction, repeat after me. He's, He's he's over the moon. This means he is extremely happy. I'm over the moon. I'm over the moon. And then you can use because, and then you can provide a clause. A clause is a subject, verb, object. You can think of it as a complete sentence. All right. He's over the moon because finally he got a promotion. Exactly. So maybe he just opened his email and he saw the news from his boss. Congratulations, you are promoted. Now he's extremely happy. He's over the moon. So, what about you? When was the last time you felt over the moon? So you share your example in the comments. And remember, your verb is the verb to be. So you can use it in the past simple. He was over the moon last week because he got promoted last week. So if you change the time reference, you change the verb conjugation, and you can put it in different sentence structures, different verb conjugations, different verb tenses. Okay. Oh, that is so sweet, Luigi. I'm over the moon for you. That is very sweet. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. He's over the moon because he could accomplish. So we always use the base verb after a modal. Could is a modal. So you want the base verb, accomplish. He's over the moon because he accomplished his goal. I would just get rid of the modal, to be honest, and just use the past simple. He's over the moon now. He's very happy now because he accomplished his goal. So you absolutely can have the action in the past and the feeling of happiness in the present. You can absolutely do that. I'm over the moon right now because my channel hit 1 million subscribers yesterday. Now, hit is the past simple of the verb to hit. There's no different conjugations. Hit, hit, hit. Those are the conjugations. Very easy to remember. All right. Nagma said he's over the moon because you got 1 million. Exactly. And that is absolutely true. I'm over the moon because my daughter got the lead part in the play. Or I'm over the moon because my son passed his English exam. So you can be over the moon for someone else. Excellent comment. All right. Dawit said, I was over the moon when I was in Canada. Excellent job. And great job using when I was in Canada. Very nicely done. And when you have this sentence structure with when, you can change the order. So you can say, when I was in Canada, I was over the moon. I was over the moon when I was in Canada. Really nice example. All right. Our next vocabulary. Our next expression is on top of the world. Do you know this one? And notice you still need the verb to be. So it's to be on top of the world. She is, she's on top of the world because. And this has the exact same meaning. It simply means very happy. So you can absolutely say, I'm very happy. I'm extremely happy. I'm really happy. You absolutely can. There is nothing wrong with that. These are just alternatives that you can learn. Now, learning them give you more options to express your ideas, but it can also help you improve your comprehension because native speakers do use this vocabulary. I'm only sharing vocabulary that's commonly used. So if a native speaker uses this, you understand it. Even if you don't use it personally in your vocabulary, you still understand it. And exactly, someone here, Trucker Martin said, I know that song. Exactly. This is a song. I think it's called I'm on Top of the World. So you can listen to this song after. Okay. Dennis said, I'm on top of the world because I'm getting married. Exactly. So I'm on top of the world. Our verb is the verb to be. So we don't put that in a present continuous form. So I'm on top of the world now because I'm getting married. So Dennis is getting married in the future. It's planned now, but the wedding will take place in the future. Excellent example. And notice Dennis used cuz. This is a casual way of saying because. Because native speakers commonly use this in spoken English and just say, I need help because I have 3 assignments. Cuz I need help because. So we commonly use this in spoken English. You can use this in written English as well. Just know that it is technically slang in written English, but it's a natural pronunciation that takes place in spoken English. So great job using that. Okay. She's on top of the world because I learned English with you. Aw, that's very sweet, Magma. Oh, I like this one. Sabura said, if I secured my IELTS score, I would be over the moon. You can absolutely use a conditional as well. If this happens, well, then this will happen. And this is the feeling of elation, the feeling of extreme happiness or joy. I like this one. Iman said she's on top of the world because she won the case. Exactly. So maybe she's a lawyer, or maybe she was involved in a legal case. She's a citizen, but she was involved in a legal case and she won. Very nice, everyone. Excellent examples. Okay. Jamie said she's on top of the world because she hit the jackpot lottery price. I think you mean prize with a Z. I'm trying to spell Z here. She hit. So remember I said hit is the same in the past and the participle. Hit, hit, hit. She hit the jackpot. You don't have to say lottery prize. You could just say she hit the jackpot because that means she won the lottery. Or you can also include that as well, but just make sure it's prize. Price is how much does this cost? Okay. Our next feeling of elation, feeling of extreme happiness. They're beyond excited. So to use the modifier beyond, so here is simply to be happy, or sorry, to be excited, feelings of anticipation and positivity. Now, the modifier is beyond, beyond. It makes excited sound very strong. So it's like saying they're extremely excited. They're beyond excited. Now, you can use this with happy as well. They're beyond happy. They're beyond excited. Now, in this case, though, you use an infinitive. They're beyond excited to. You could also use because and a clause because they. So you can absolutely do that, but let's practice a different structure and use to. They're beyond excited to. What does that, or what will you say next? To what? So put that in the comments. And Octam said, I'm on top of the world because I got In IELTS, 8. Exactly. I would put the score first. I got 8. I got a score of 8 on my IELTS. Excellent job. Or they use the word band. I got a band 8, a band 8 on my IELTS. Excellent job. And you should be on top of the world. Congratulations. Congratulations. So remember, we can also practice giving our congratulations. Congratulations on getting, because you need to use a gerund verb. Congratulations on getting a band 8. Congratulations on getting a high score. Okay. Anshu said they're beyond excited to be parents. Exactly. So our infinitive, to be, to be. Very nice. Gaston said they're beyond excited to see their future son. Exactly. Very nice. Glendis, they're beyond excited to wait their first baby. So if you use the verb wait, you always wait for. You wait for someone or something. So in this case, someone, their first baby. They're beyond excited to wait for their first baby. You could say that, but that means the excitement is because of the waiting. They're enjoying the waiting part, which could absolutely be true. There's nothing wrong with that. They could be excited for the waiting, but maybe it would be they're beyond excited to welcome their first baby, to welcome their first baby into the family or into the world. But you don't need to say that. You could just say they're beyond excited to welcome their first baby. Okay. Stefania said they're beyond excited because after 2 sons, they'll finally have a daughter. Exactly. That adorable baby girl they've been waiting for. They've been waiting for, because remember, I just explained you wait for someone or something. Exactly. Excellent job. They're beyond excited to have a baby. Excellent comment, Dawit. Excellent. And Rose said, I'm beyond excited to travel to London. Absolutely. And I want all of you to think about how you can use these expressions in your own speech to talk about the things that are going on in your day to day. And you don't have to use them just for some amazing life event. It could be, I'm beyond excited to see my friend after work. Could be something simple. It doesn't have to be some amazing life-changing event to use these words. Okay. Oh, of course, I always have to have examples with adorable animals. So here we have, I don't know if this is a puppy. It looks like maybe it's not a puppy. I'm not sure. You decide. Could be a puppy, could not be a puppy. She's thrilled. Repeat after me. Thrilled. So make sure you get that. So notice my tongue goes between my teeth, but it's unvoiced, which means there is no sound. So you only hear a sound when I get to the R, thrilled. Now, of course, it happens very quickly that my tongue is between my teeth. But if your tongue is not between your teeth, you will not pronounce it correctly. Thrilled. Repeat after me. Thrilled. Rilled. And notice that ED at the end is a soft D. Ild. A soft D. Thrilled. Thrilled. She's thrilled. And now we can use an infinitive as well. She's thrilled to what? She's thrilled to, and of course, thrilled means very happy, extremely happy. Okay. She's thrilled to have this adorable cutie patootie. That's very cute. Cutie patootie. This is, so you can say this cute dog. Cute dog. So cute is an adjective. But you can take that word cute and say cutie patootie, which is just a fun term of endearment. A term of endearment is a term of love. Like when you say to your husband, my honey bunny, my sweetie pie, of course, not just your husband, your anyone you love. You can say this to your children as well. It doesn't have to be romantic love. It can be any love. My honey bunny, that's what I call my kitties a lot, my honey bunnies. Cutie patootie is another term of endearment, and we like rhyming with our terms of endearment. Honey bunny, cutie patootie, they rhyme. They have the same sound. She's thrilled to have this adorable cutie patootie. I love that. Okay, Julia said she's thrilled to hug her pet on her lap. Exactly. So the verb is to hug, to hug. Very nice. Okay, Gladys asked, can I say this? I would be thrilled if I can be able listening any English without subtitles. Yeah. So you don't use can and be able. You would just use one or the other, but I would use could. I would be thrilled if I could listen. We use the base verb after modals. Can, able, and could are modals. Okay. So I would be thrilled if I could listen to English without subtitles. You listen to something. I would be thrilled if I could listen to English without subtitles. And yes, you absolutely can say that. About Us said, I'm thrilled to meet with my family because I haven't seen them for ages. Exactly. Exactly. Very nice. She's thrilled to kiss her dog. Exactly. Yeah, she's kissing her dog. Very nice observation. So she's kissing to kiss. She's thrilled to kiss her dog. Okay, how about this one? He's ecstatic. So we have this k sound at the beginning and end. Ik, ecstatic, ecstatic. Repeat after me. Ecstatic. And of course, it's the verb to be. So he's ecstatic because, and then after because, you can have a clause, a subject, verb, object. He's ecstatic because he, or maybe this is his athlete. The he in the sentence could be his coach. It could be this man's coach. He's ecstatic because his student, his athlete, he's ecstatic because his son, his friend, his nephew. So it could be someone else as well. Okay. He's ecstatic because of winning the marathon. Exactly. Now, as a clause, you can say he's ecstatic because he won. He won. So I put that in the past simple because it's a completed past action. The second he went through that ribbon, he won the marathon. So even if it was a second ago, it's still a completed past action. The ribbon is cut. So it has to be a past action. He's ecstatic because he won the marathon. Congratulations. Congratulations on coming in first place. Congratulations on completing. Congratulations on winning. Congratulations on working so hard, for example. Okay. So him, I'm not sure which word you mean, but if it's ecstatic, it just means very happy. He's very happy. He's extremely happy. Okay. Priyanka said he's ecstatic because he has won the game. So you can either say he won, which is the past simple, or you can use the present perfect. He has won. You might be wondering, why would I use the present perfect? It's a completed past action. We use the present perfect for a completed past action with a result in the present. The result in the present is, well, now he has a ribbon. Now he will get a trophy. Now he might get a sponsor because he completed or he finished the race. So there is whatever result in the present. Okay. He's ecstatic because he finished the competition. Exactly. Exactly. Bruce said Sally was ecstatic because of her getting a new job. Yeah, exactly. To make it easier, you can just use because and then a clause. Sally was ecstatic. Excellent job using the past simple, your verb to be conjugated in the past simple. Excellent job. Sally was ecstatic because she got a new job. All right. So our next one, the team. So notice our subject is the team. The team. This is conjugated as it. Third person singular because it's a collective noun. Yes, there is more than one person, but we conjugate this as a collective noun. The team was on cloud nine when. Okay, notice I changed the word from because to when. When, so we want a past simple action. The team was on cloud nine when. So it must be a past simple action, but the action is a clause. So when it, because the team is conjugated as it. The team was on cloud nine when it, and then a past simple. Okay. Mauricio, I am ecstatic because I am watching your beautiful eyes. Oh, that's very sweet. Thank you. We are ecstatic, says Merely. We are ecstatic because our son won a scholarship for his university. Exactly, exactly. Excellent example. And congratulations. I can say congratulations on winning the scholarship. Congratulations to your son. I can also use congratulations to someone. I can say congratulations to your son, congratulations to your whole family. So you can choose which person you want to provide the congratulations to. Okay, the team was on cloud nine when Martina said, when it finished the project. Exactly. Gaston said, when they finally reached their goal. Exactly. Bia said, when it accomplished their mission. Very nice. All right. Excellent job, everyone. Glendis, when they finish an important project. Absolutely. Congratulations on finishing the important project. Okay. When their project was success. Interesting one, Noirity. Now, instead of was success, you need an adjective. So success is a noun, but successful is an adjective and it's to be successful, to be successful. So the team was on cloud nine when their project was successful, was successful. Excellent job. Radby says the team was on cloud nine when they or it heard the news of success of their company. Exactly. Very nice. Excellent job, everyone. Okay. Oh, I like this one. She was grinning ear to ear. So a grin is a smile, it's a type of smile. But it's funny because a grin is actually a small smile. So a grin is like that a little bit. But so a smile is, of course, you know what a smile is, but a grin is a small smile. But so if you grin from ear to ear, it's like saying your smile is as big as it possibly can be. You could say she was smiling ear to ear, but to be honest, to me, it sounds very natural to use the word grin. She was grinning ear to ear when, and then we also want a past simple. So what could this be? And notice the action was grinning is in the past continuous because it shows the continuation of that action. Okay, Maxim said she was grinning ear to ear when she graduated with honors. Exactly. So the verb is to graduate, and in the past simple, of course, graduated. When she graduated with honors, Exactly. Very nice. Okay. Mm. And Linda said she was grinning ear to ear when she passed her exams. Exactly. So to pass, you pass your exam. Now, when you pass your exam, it means you successfully complete your exam. So you receive your score, and your score is a pass, which is the opposite of a fail. So it's not the same as to take your exam. When you take your exam, it means you write your exam, assuming it's a written exam. So that's take. But pass means successful. Fail is unsuccessful. Okay, Manuel said she was grinning ear to ear when she was nominated for New York mayor. Why not? Absolutely. Very good. So to be nominated, the verb is to be, but you need an ed on nominated. And Slavin said she was grinning ear to ear when she heard the good news. Exactly. An excellent job when she heard the good news. Horatio said she was grinning ear to ear when she finished her PhD. Exactly. Excellent example. So our verb here is to finish, conjugated in the past simple. Nicely done, everyone. How about this? Ooh, this is a fun one. They felt like jumping for joy. So you can imagine if people are literally jumping up and down, it's because they're often very excited. If you won the lottery, if you hit the jackpot, you might start jumping up and down. So, to jump for joy. Now, to feel like is just saying that they weren't literally jumping up and down, but that was the feeling they had in them. So maybe they were going like this, but they weren't literally jumping up and down. So you might say, I felt like jumping for joy when I found out my wife's pregnant, or when I passed my IELTS, or when I got my visa, or when I had a successful conversation with a native speaker. It doesn't have to be some major event, it could just be a small success. When I got every question on Jennifer's test correct. All right. So they felt like jumping. To be honest, if you just say jumping, it sounds incomplete. Jumping for joy. So that's the full expression. Jumping for joy. Jumping for joy. They felt like jumping for joy when they bought the house. Now, you could say a house as well. So, a house means any house. Now, the means specific. So, you could absolutely say, we bought a house. We bought any house. But if you say, we bought the house, the one I told you about last week, the one I showed you the pictures of, the one on Main Street. So it's just a specific house. So you could use either. They felt like jumping for joy when they bought a house or the house. Okay, Mauricio said, I felt like jumping for joy when I was traveling through the Greek islands. Yes, because everything was so stunning and incredible. You felt like jumping for joy. Ali said, I felt like jumping for joy when I opened a new shop. So, shop is a noun. You need an article, a shop, and it's article, adjective, noun. I felt like jumping for joy when I opened a new shop. Very nice. About Us said, I felt like jumping for joy when I hit the jackpot in my dream. So it wasn't real. It was in your dream. Very nice, everyone. Okay. Ooh, how about this one? The crowd was in spirits. High spirits. Repeat after me. High spirits. To be in. So notice all the sentence structure that you need. You need the verb to be conjugated based on your subject and time reference. And then the expression is in high spirits. And you always need that S on spirits. So it's not in high spirit. I was in high spirit. No, I was in high spirits when my channel reached 1 million subscribers. Now, to be in high spirits simply means to be in a positive mood. To be honest, this sounds less happy, I guess, or less excited than the other expressions I taught you. So, jumping for joy is level 10 out of or 12 out of 10 of happiness, on top of the world, on cloud nine. To be in high spirits sounds a little more just neutral. It doesn't sound as extreme as the other ones. So you can use this for perhaps when you want to show excitement, but not extreme excitement, just a normal level of excitement. Petra said, oh, where did it go? Petra said, the crowd was in high spirits. Yeah, so no awe, just in high spirits when the president appeared. When the president appeared, because someone appears. So you need the noun, the someone before the verb. The crowd was in high spirits when the president appeared. Exactly. The crowd was in a positive state. Okay. Martina said the crowd was in high spirits. Exactly. When the pop star came on the stage. Exactly. Very nice. We were in high spirits. Excellent job, Bruce, conjugating the verb to be, because with the crowd is conjugated as it, third person singular. But here, Bruce is using we. So we were in high spirits when we heard that our team won. Exactly. Excellent job. Very nicely done, everyone. Excluding Love said the crowd was in high spirits when a boy sang a ravishing song. Exactly. Exactly. Very nice. Okay. And Bia said the crowd, just notice the spelling there. The crowd was in high spirits when Adele sang sang the song Someone Like You, or just sang Someone Like You. The name of the song is Someone Like You. That's the name of the song. But the verb is to sing and the past simple is sang. So when Adele sang Someone Like You. Very nicely done. Okay. The teacher was filled with joy, when, and then we need a past simple. The teacher was filled with joy. I was filled with joy. My team was filled with joy. We were filled with joy. So, of course, you can change the subject as well. And think about the last time you were filled with joy. Now, you can change the emotion. You don't always have to say joy. You can say the teacher was filled with admiration, filled with happiness, filled with whatever other word choice you want. So feel free to change filled with joy instead of joy, something else you can use as well. Ali said, my parents were in, don't forget that in, my parents were in high spirits when they saw me washing the dishes. Exactly, because it's probably not something you do very often. Okay, Stefania said, the teacher was filled with joy when the school started. Exactly, exactly. Oh, this is funny. So the exact opposite, Aga said the teacher was filled with joy when the holidays started. Exactly, for sure, for sure. Why not? Maxim said the teacher was filled with joy when all of the students got the best result of the test. Exactly. Very nicely done. Hari said, I was filled with joy when I graduated from university. Exactly. Excellent job. Okay. Petra said, I was filled with joy when I was traveling to Holy Land. Exactly. You can absolutely say that. When I was traveling to Holy Land, I was filled with joy. Very good. Okay. And this is our last one, everyone. The family was radiating happiness. So when you radiate an emotion, it sounds like the happiness is very visible on the family. So as they're walking along, they are grinning from ear to ear. They are walking and they're bouncing in their step. You can see the happiness. The happiness is visible when you look at them. So that's how you radiate an emotion. It's when you can absolutely use this, for example, confidence. The candidate radiated confidence during the job interview. So everything about the candidate, the way the candidate had their body, the body language, the word choices, everything the candidate did showed confidence. The candidate radiated confidence. So your verb is to radiate. So my example was just in the past simple, radiated, radiated. But in this case, it's in the past continuous. The family was radiating happiness when, when what? Excluding love said, when they visited Disneyland. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, Sharose said the family was radiating happiness when our firstborn graduated from Harvard. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, and so I was just thinking of another emotion, a parent or a family member could radiate pride. So pride, a sense of pride when you see your child walk up and get that diploma. The family was radiating pride when their child graduated. But the example you gave was perfect. I just thought of another one. Okay, and Horatio said the family was radiating happiness when they met again after a long time. Exactly. So if you were in a restaurant and sitting at a different table, but the family was at this table and you look over, you would just know, just by looking at that family, you would know that everyone is happy. You can see it visibly on their face, their body language, the way they're talking, everything shows happiness. So think of other choices you can use: happiness, joy, confidence, pride, courage, other choices as well.
So far in this masterclass, you've improved your grammar, sentence structure, vocabulary, pronunciation. Let's keep going and you'll learn the 50 most common irregular verbs. The first verb is the most common verb in English, the verb to be. To be, was or were, been. Notice for the past simple, we have two choices, was or were. Your choice depends on the subject. I, he, she, it was. Yesterday, I was sick. Yesterday, he was sick. Were is for you, we, and they. We were sick yesterday. They were sick yesterday. The participle been, I haven't been sick in years. Become, became, become. Yesterday, I became sick. Have you become sick? Begin, began, begun. I began the project 2 weeks ago. Have you begun the project yet? Bring, brought, brought. She brought chocolates to the party. She had already brought the chocolates by the time I came. Buy, bought, bought. She bought new shoes last week. She had bought the shoes before she got the promotion. Choose, chose, chosen. Notice the pronunciation difference between our base verb, choose, and the past and the participle. Choose, chose. Oo, oh. Choose, chose, chosen. She chose me for her team. Who had chosen that book? Come, came, come. She came home late. Has she come to the party yet? Do, did, done. I did the chores. Have you done the chores? Drink, drank, drunk. She drank the entire bottle. She's drunk 2 bottles so far. Drive, drove, driven. Who drove you here? I was driven by my friend. Eat, ate, eaten. I ate early yesterday. Have you eaten yet? Fall, fell, fallen. She fell really hard. She had fallen before it rained. Feel, felt, felt. I felt bad. I haven't felt fabric like that before. Find, found, found. I found 10 bucks on the street. Have you ever found money before? Fly, flew, flown. They flew to Paris last week. I've flown 5 times this year. Forget, forgot, forgotten. Oh no, I forgot to buy milk. Have you ever forgotten someone's birthday? Get, got, or gotten. You can use either one in the past participle form, got or gotten. Gotten is more common in American English. Yesterday, I got a speeding ticket. Have you ever gotten a speeding ticket? Give, gave, given. I gave her a box of chocolates. Have you ever given someone chocolates? Go, went, gone. Such a common verb, but I hear a lot of mistakes with the verb go. Go, went, gone. Yesterday, we went to the store. They've been gone for 20 minutes. Have, had, had. She had a great time yesterday. We've had a great time since we got here. Hear, heard, heard. Yesterday, I heard the best song. Have you ever heard that song? Keep, kept, kept. The politician kept his promise. Have you kept your photos from your trip? Know, knew, known. I knew she did it. I've known him for 10 years. Leave, left, left. She left at 5 o'clock. She had already left by the time I came. Lend, lent, lent. I lent him some money. Have you ever lent anyone money? Let, let. That one's easy. She let me keep the money. I've let 5 people into the room so far. Lose, lost, lost. I lost their number. Have you ever lost your wallet? Make, made, made. They made a terrible mistake. Have you ever made a promise that you didn't keep? Meet, met, met. We met last week. Have you met Fred yet? Pay, paid, paid. I already paid the bill. She had paid the bill by the time I got back from the bathroom. Put, put. That one's easy. I put my new shoes in the closet. Have you put away your groceries yet? Read, read, read. Notice the spelling is exactly the same, but the pronunciation changes. Read, read, read. Yesterday, I read my book for 20 minutes. Have you read his autobiography yet? Run, ran, run. He ran a marathon last week. We've run 3 tests so far. Say, said, said. Who said that? She had said that before our conversation. See, saw, seen. I saw a movie last week. Have you seen that movie yet? Sell, sold, sold. We sold our car. Have you sold your house yet? Send, sent, sent. We sent the package last week. Have you sent the package yet? Sing, sang, sung. She sang in the shower yesterday. Have you ever sung in the shower? Sit, sat, sat. She sat down and broke the chair. Have you ever sat beside someone famous? Sleep, slept, slept. I slept terrible last night. Have you ever slept outside? Speak, spoke, spoken. Who spoke at the wedding? I haven't spoken to her in years. Stand, stood, stood. He stood me up. Have you ever been stood up? When someone stands you up, it means you made plans with someone, usually romantically, like a date, but the other person didn't show up. They didn't come to the restaurant at 7 o'clock like they said they would. So, have you ever been stood up? Or have you ever stood someone up? Hopefully not. Swim, swam, swum. I swam in the ocean last week. I haven't swum in the ocean for 5 years. Take, took, taken. She took our photo. Have you taken anyone's photo before? Teach, taught, taught. She taught them how to use irregular verbs. Have you ever taught someone how to use irregular verbs? Tell, told, told. She told me the truth. Have you ever told a lie? Think, thought, thought. I thought it was a good idea. Have you thought about moving? Understand, understood, understood. I understood her explanation. Have you understood all these irregular verbs? Wear, wore, worn. She wore her green dress to the party. She hasn't worn her blue dress yet. Write, wrote, written. I wrote the answer in my notebook. Have you written the essay yet? Amazing job with this masterclass. Do you want me to make another masterclass just like this? If you do, put masterclass in the comments below. And of course, make sure you like this lesson, share it with your friends, and subscribe so you're notified every time I post a new lesson. And you can get this free speaking guide where I share 6 tips on how to speak English fluently and confidently. You can click here to download it or look for the link in the description. And you can keep improving your fluency with this lesson right now.